The last time we saw our heroes, they were fighting with a creature that broke out free out of the slavers, and it was a horrific demon, Baylor, who summoned two snake women, Amaryllis, and they survived the battle, but lost the dog, the Snog. Rest in peace.
Well, it did get weird for a bit in between those two events. So
Yeah. And after they killed it, it exploded and basically almost killed two more persons, but they managed to survive. And now...
I have a question. Did it kill all of the guards?
Oh yeah, this guy's... Good night. Oh!
Oi!
No!
Ah!
Goodbye, Milana, no!
Milana, no!
Yeah.
Also,
like, don't worry, guys, I'm fine. Pop, pop.
I'm fine! Flops on the ground.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Alright.
also, Asia got licked on.
We do not mention that. That never happened.
We do mention only that at every recap.
No!
I guess I got licked.
Alright, so right now you're standing in the middle of the marketplace, and every person, every single creature, human, is watching at you with amazed gaze, like, what the hell just happened? And how did you manage to actually slay the beast? And you kind of wear and tear, but still managed to stand up. What you gonna do?
First off, let's check on the party. I know that Ishtar wasn't doing too well. So I'm gonna call for everyone to gather.
I am actually going to help him make him feel a little bit better.
And Dakir, one of the traders, kind of looks at Og and a giant fucking cloud still in the sky. Kind of said, "Would you please cut that out?"
I nod at Og to confirm that he should totally cut that out.
So yeah, Og kind of makes a hand motion, and his eyes are back to normal state, and the cloud disperses really quick. And says, "Well, I suppose I owe you a discount in my shop. Thank you."
Ishtar, you get 16 health back.
Okay, Ishtar is standing, and there's smoke coming out of his shoulder plates, neck. Like,
He'll actually cough out smoke.
yeah.
Okay, I said I wanted to paint my armor black at some point, but no, just no.
Yeah, about your armor is it's charred, black, bent in some places, and it's kind of uncomfortable for you because you kind of have a tight case of armor.
We may need to upgrade our equipment to become impervious to natural damage, things that
My armor is adamantine. Does that like count?
What?
kind of. Adamantine armor makes it so that you can't be critical hits, but it's still not considered a magical armor.
Yeah, it's repairable. It's not a big deal. It's like
Okay.
10, 15 gold, and it will be. It's cosmetic, but still, we're realistic in here, right?
Yeah.
So you see all the noble people that were standing near the slave market, they're murmuring between each other. God damn it, what the hell was that? And who are these guys? And one of the more elder lords in a purple cloak comes out and says, "Thank you for the your assistance in the city. If you wish, I can manage to pay your stay in this town as a gratitude, or at least offer you a dinner."
That,
Lisa looks around at the party to get a consensus.
that
What
will
she-
be nice, as Valana looks over to Isa.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hawk? Okay, Ishtar?
Sure. I would prefer upfront payment, but I guess I'll have to compromise.
And Mara?
I'm still waiting for roll 20 to load.
Wait, what's roll
Okay,
20?
well,
What is this roll 20 you speak of? What's this magical device?
What are you talking about? Yeah.
so then I look for Snook and or Sock and Monty, and I don't see them.
Roll a perception check.
Can I just go with 10?
That was a survival. I misclicked. So I re-rolled 2 stealths. Yeah, you don't see
Two.
you don't see Sock. People are kind of crowding around you, so you don't really
That's
have
fine.
a clear line of view.
I know he was down south last time I saw him, so I'll go over to Valana and say it would be nice to receive a meal. I'll go gather the rest of us to inform him that we have a dragon.
Sorry. I did not really hear the first part.
Oh, Isa says she goes to Valana and tells her that a meal would be nice, that Isa's going to go gather the rest of the party, and to please inform the man that he's just offered to be the dragon.
And the next thing that you see is Mio actually distracted from being dragged into the temple, and he kind of grabs Sock and puts him up over his head and like says, "Where are you going?" And you pay attention that Sock is still, when even grappled, trying to reach something on the ground.
So, okay, I thought he was south. I see him up there, so I'll sprint over there.
All right.
Mio, put Sock down. What are you doing? You're making a spectacle.
Kind of looks down at you, looks at Sock, puts him down, but away from the place he was reaching for. And you see there is a bag, let's say a big pouch, spilling out diamonds, rubies, amethysts, and stuff like that.
Do I recognize it as the pouch that the gold lady threw down, or gold androgynous
Yeah,
thing threw down?
yeah. You think that's specifically that thing.
Okay, then I will look at Sock and say, so you were going to purchase Mio back from the madam, correct?
He kind of looks at you and just shakes his head. No, I want the bag. That's it.
So then Isa takes out her backpack, she scoops all the amethysts and everything into the backpack, and she throws in the leather bag.
All right. Sock seems to be not pleased to see what happened. He kind of growls and walks off. And Mio looks at you and says, I gotta go. I have a date.
He's just gonna follow Mio up to the golden lady and say, I understand that the transaction you performed was legitimate, but I would ask if it's possible for me to buy Mio from you for the same price.
She looks at you and says, I'm not interested in gold. You can trade yourself in, if you wish.
No. Out of character. It wants me to trade myself for Mio.
She's not interested in gold. She gives the alternative.
I know, I'm asking the party. Who wants me to trade myself for Mio?
No, I'm not interested in anyone else. You're the naughty one. I want specifically you.
Og wants me to do it? Just Og?
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
She has licked you. She has got the taste of you now.
Oh God! Don't put it
But,
like that.
so, in character, he's just going to respectfully bow, step away, and whisper to Mio, it's still audible to her, but whisper to Mio, please, come find us if anything happens.
And you see a tall fighter approaches, and Madame is kind of looking at him, and she rolls her eyes and says, so you're with this guy, with this fuck seller. I already told you I will not sleep with your general, Cordelam. Please stop bothering me.
Also, there's that. What is up with Ace and her general?
Wolfgang,
Talking to
you're
him.
in. And Madame is looking at you and says, don't worry, I'm not taking him forever. Just for a night.
Well, she was willing to pay 20,000 gold for a night with a dragon.
Wouldn't you?
No.
No.
I mean, she's interested in such stuff, so yeah, she can afford that thing. And Neo kind of says to her, so after this night, I'm free to go? He nods. Unless you're more interesting than I expected. And she opens the door into the temple. Come.
Ugh, man, I hate people like you. Think they can take anything they want. Ugh.
I mean, with all due respect, Ishtar, Isa says, like, looking over her shoulder, I think she just did.
And Isa, you look at the guy who approached and you recognize the symbolic of the clenched gauntlet on his shoulder pads, on his chest.
And does he have a ring?
Yeah, he has it, but he's not showing it off right now.
Okay, so Isa's gonna step between Og and this random guy. She's going to bow respectfully. She's going to show her signet ring and introduce herself as, I am Isa Ahate of the Order of the Punch Couplet, and you are...
I remove one of my gauntlets and show the ring as well. I am Koloram, and I have been sent by the Order to help. If you need it.
So she looks around and she says, Our cleric was tending to the injured down over by the markets there. She points at Ishtar. If you would assist her, I'll be with you in just a moment.
Yeah. So you recognize the signet. It seems to be a Martian. So he is not the lowest rank, so he did some progress.
Technically, he was my superior until 3 days ago. Okay, so yeah, he's just going to move out of the way and point at Ishtar, pointing out that he needs medical help.
All right.
Well, I'm not injured. I'm just kind of feeling down at the moment.
Yeah, just give him a night of rest and he'll be alright. Valana says, kind of inspecting this weird guy.
And as he says that, like, I'm not injured, you see like blood dripping from his ears.
Yeah, not injured at all. It's just a flesh wound.
Right.
It's fine. All right. So, man in the blue cloak says, so if you need rest and meal, I'm happy to invite you to my inn and, of course, pay for your stay and your meal. Would you please follow me? Or unless you have any other business to attend to?
Is he saying it to everyone or
He kind of stands in front of you, Alana. So
she kind of turns back and like, yeah, yes, we would like some rest.
right. Asa, in that pouch, there is 20,000 gold worth of diamonds, jewelry, and stuff like that.
We have a woman that has a bag of holding. I'm thinking this should probably go with. Well, okay, first off, the owner's dead. Let me go look at him and see if he has like a next of kin or something.
Who is that? Come again?
The slave owner guy, does he have like some type of documentation or anything identifying who he is?
Make an investigation check.
Everyone pray I roll really low. 11.
All right.
I can
You
take the one,
find-
right?
You find a book, but it's charred because of the explosion, and it's like half burnt. But you can manage to find some papers intact, or at least half of the pages functional. Let's say this. You see somewhere.
Alright, so I'm gonna put charred book. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, you were saying what happens when I open the book?
You can see several notes there, appointments, the delivery times, the quantity of creatures, the starting price for creatures, and let's say making another one investigation check.
Can I take the one?
Take the one.
Yeah, the second roll for that. No? Okay, I'll roll again.
Why would you love to fail?
So that I can't find anyone that the gold belongs to, so I can justify keeping it myself.
All right. You're looking through it, and there is no information that would be helpful whatsoever. Beside one detail that there was a carriage with at least 15, and then the pages burned.
I see. So he's keeps the book, concluding that vengeance on the thing that killed him is the best that she could do, and she's going to go meet up with the rest of the party.
Go. Alana just looks over towards Ace as she returns, like, are you ready?
Yes, it doesn't seem that Mia will be joining us for the evening. Possibly for the weekend.
But Valana gives you a teasing look. Do you not want to join them?
The offer was very, very bracing, but no. I think I would rather make sure that you are all safe. And she's going to give Valana a very dirty look.
But Valana is going to kind of, what's the word? Like, look a little bit towards Ishtar, then back at Asa. I think it's best to never mention this ever happen again. Agreed?
Hey, come on. It's not like I like you or anything, but it wasn't that bad.
The cure actually is looking at you, Asa. Like, drilling you with an eye with his gaze.
Okay, so he looks over, or she looks over and she goes, I'm sorry, we're gathered. Did you want to lead the way or did you have questions?
Yeah, I was wondering if you're gonna spend that giant amount of money that you have acquired somewhere here or elsewhere. You gotta understand me, I'm a businessman and I'm interested in selling the trades to be able to pay customers.
Eva feels slightly uncomfortable, but technically this income is from this kingdom. I don't see any reason why it should not be redistributed to its people. If that's in exchange for goods and services, then I don't personally see an issue with that. And I look at everyone else.
I have a problem in this kingdom getting money.
I mean, Valana owns Gial, so she just crosses her arms and shrugs. She does not really get
A lot of
that
us probably
much.
want to spend it in Joel. Mara just doesn't want it to be spent in Colton, period. So, what about the other three?
He kind of looks at you all and says, I just don't want to lose an opportunity. This market will close in 2 days. And I understand you're just from battle, but you need to visit me after you rest.
Okay, so,
Valana kind of looks at him, but Valana just kind of gives him a kind of sharp look, like, it isn't saving your life payment enough for that matters. I really do not care, but
I already said that I owe you a discount. Listen, if you will come back here
so
with
this is what
that,
we're gonna do. Out of character, Eva starts separating the worth of the gems into equal piles of 10 and instructs everyone in the party to take one pile, including Volanti that's in the corner over there, and Sock, the new guy, etc., etc. She's going to separate Mio's pile, and there's going to be one leftover pile that she's going to tell Valana to hold on to in the bag of holding. And then everyone can spend 2,000 gold however they see fit. If they don't want to spend it in Golden, they don't have to.
so what you have
How does that
is a fire opal. There is 3 of those. 5 blue sapphires. 6-star ruby. And let's say about a dozen of topazes worth of 500. Every jewel before is worth of 1,000. You have a bunch of amethysts, maybe like 30 of those, and one large diamond worth about 5,000.
Alright, so then she'll keep the diamond. She'll give the diamond to Valana. Then she'll split the remaining 1,500. How would you do that? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of us, 1,500. Everyone else will get 2,000. Isa will not get any. I think I did that right. There should be 1,000 left over. No? Did I do that wrong? Oh wait, sock.
So,
Fuck sock.
I am really confused at the moment.
Yeah, what the hell's going on?
Okay, so let me.
yeah, do a little spreadsheet so everyone understands what you're giving to them. And please keep them not in gold, but in gemstones, because some gemstones are really good at magic. Okay,
So
the diamond,
the diamond goes in the bag of holding, right?
yeah, you can resurrect.
Automatically.
You can resurrect people with this thing.
Yeah. Does it consume the whole diamond, or will it like break apart the diamond or whatever?
Break the diamond? I don't think so.
I mean,
So
the resurrection is like
I know,
2,000 gold or something.
I know. You can go to the jeweler and he will split the diamond into several parts that you need.
Mm.
So for now, it's a giant diamond. So
Yeah.
if you want to make more utility of it, you gotta go to a specialist.
Mm.
And if you will use a 5,000 diamond on a spell, that is actually 100 worth of diamond. It will consume all the diamond. Turning.
Yeah, but Valana is going to put the 5,000 diamond within the bag of holding, and she's going to tell Asa that she's probably going to find a jeweler to break it up in 5. So it's only 1,000 gold. Because I think it's a little bit more manageable.
Okay.
Actually, keep it as a whole for now. There's 3 types of resurrection spells that I would rather chip the diamond according to
The costs.
what's necessary. Yeah, because if you wanted to like literally true resurrect someone, you'd have to give someone 2,500, and if you were to break it down into 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, you can't true resurrect. So the DM gave us a tool. Let's not break it yet.
Okay.
Okay, so if we gave all of the traditional people 2,000, excluding Isa, so that would be Balana, Ishtar, Og, Mara, Volanti, and Neo. That would leave 1,000 left over. They can be given to Sok. And myself and the new guy, being members of the Order of Clutch Island and neutral, really probably shouldn't keep any of this money anyway. So Sok will get his, even though he's technically not part of the party yet. And me and the other member of the Order, since we're technically, well, since he's not part of the party at all yet, don't worry, we'll get you in here, but not yet. And since Isa's kind of a leadership role, she won't take any. So that's how that'll break down. 2,000 for everyone, 1,000 for Sok. Me and you guy don't get anything.
So yeah, you give a couple of topazes worth of 500 gold to Sok. Everyone else is getting opals, rubies, and sapphires.
Can I just put 2,000 and say that Valana is going to trade them in pretty much as soon as possible?
You can
Yeah, you do what you want with your 2.
you can go and trade it right there in the market.
Yeah. So I just have 2,000 instead of a bunch of opals and stuff.
Yeah, well, okay. I
Yeah,
mean,
I'll probably go and trade as well.
I'm just saying, 2,000 of gold is 8 feet. 8 feet. 8 pounds of weight, where one gem is like a coin size.
Really light, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, we don't know when we will be able to like trade those things again effectively. So,
All right.
I mean, could we actually trade them for platinum then? Because that will be a little
Yeah,
bit
that would
less.
work.
You could have if traders have the platinum.
Do they have the platinum? I guess they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so what's the problem?
And they're gonna pay you 96% of the price. So basically, it's not 2,000, but 1,950 for the amount of the diamonds that you're giving.
I'm going to say that Valana has gems and stuff worth 2,000, and then I'm going to fix in Gial. Because,
Right.
Yeah, that's totally legit. That's what I was saying. Like, everyone has their own motives and what have you. So, this seems fair for prostituting out Mio.
All right. So you trade with the Kirka Jade and Kamasi for a while, exchanging your diamonds and whatsoever. And the Lord is patiently waiting for you, and you see, like, from the distance, his cloak is slightly charred. Yes. Well, follow me. It's actually in this district, so it's not far away.
good.
And what do you imagine where you would go because of the general impression from the town is something nasty, something dirty, but you find yourself in a well kept brick tavern inn. It's large, it has like stables behind the building, and it seems to be not really lively, but there is like several people coming in and out. There's a little separated yard with the poles for the horses and the vehicles that you have, the carriages. You see a couple of people sitting around. There's flowers standing on the entrance. And the door is opened up into the inside of the tavern. You hear a slightly distant, nice music played on violin. So he says, I will figure out everything. Just give me a moment. And he walks in front of you. And
I will say all I can see is a black screen right now.
come again?
All I can see is a black screen.
Do-do-do.
Try to like scroll down a bit, or like it may be one of the places of the map that has like
No, I am looking.
No, no, no.
through the
He
internet.
can see the black screen because he has no character in here, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
oh
So yeah,
okay.
drop yourself a
Soul of Salt.
okay.
Full of salt.
Salt of salt, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where to drop it though, because I don't know where it's supposed to be.
Someone moved it somewhere.
It's basically an eye that sees through everything. So just.
No,
it
I
just
mean
means
where on the
you're-
map.
On the
Give me a
bottom.
moment.
Oh, at the bottom part.
I
bottom
can
center.
ping for you. Do you see my ping?
Hold on, I'm trying to find the eye because I can't see it on the thing right now.
Yeah, someone moved the eye.
Who moved the eye?
I don't
Where did
know.
they move it to?
Give me a moment. Tools. Let's go with Jeff.
Aw,
Who disconnected?
Mara.
Hmm. Maybe she's having internet problems. Yes,
What's-
okay.
What's Jeff doing in our map?
Jeff is replacing the soul of soul for this time. If you find it, tell me. You don't find it. All right. Do you see now, Necro?
Yeah, because you know.
All right. Jeff will be our spectator for a moment. Um, all right. And as you wait for him for a couple of minutes, he comes out and ushers you inside and says, come in, come in. I settled everything. I ordered you apartments, and for the noble ones, I have ordered a bigger apartments, more comfortable, but I believe my tavern can do whatever is necessary to make you feel comfortable. Drinks are on my tab. Feel free to feel you're like at home. And he kind of walks back into kitchen of what it seems to be.
I
Wait.
can't see past this point.
Wait, free drinks? Oh, this guy just made the biggest mistake of his life.
Open your door and tell me that you want me here.
I'm on loading special effects engine. And it's doing it like perpetually or something. I don't know.
There is no special effects in here. I don't know.
Slav, you said the
Yeah, I
stables
find
are
it
at
so
the
weird.
back?
What?
You said the stables are at the back of this place?
Yeah.
I go check my warhorse.
All right.
Yeah, Valana just looks around quite pleased.
So yeah, you have to go all the way around the place.
Is that a giant dragon head?
Um, yeah. So,
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
I was busy doing something.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you
It's-
repeat?
Is that a giant dragon head?
Giant who?
Dragon head.
Oh, there we go. They load.
Dragon head. Um, where do you see that?
Right. On the right of the tavern.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's just Basilisk's mother head. So,
Hmm.
and it's seems to be not natural but forged, like a metal thing.
Still quite impressive, I have to say. It's a
Um,
little bit cramped with the tables, but
yeah, there is several patrons and there is waiters going on and off. Some people are sitting at near the bartender and ordering drinks. And bartender sees you approaching, says, "Ah, yeah, Lord told me that you will be staying here. You can take the keys from the that guy," and he kind of points off to the table with a guy holding a feather and writing down some papers. he kind of pulls out several keys for the rooms. Are you hungry? Thirsty?
Valana just smiles at him, starving.
Starving, ah. Yeah, and he kind of turns around and says, Jennifer, can you bring, please, something to eat? Are you a fan of the pork, chicken, beef? Whatever you like.
Everything. Just kind of leans over the table, like, having her elbows on the table, leaning, resting her hands on her chin, like, with the sparkle in her eyes, almost like everything.
I'll take what she's taking and make it double. Also, what's the strongest stone you got?
The strongest, you say. He kind of puts his towel on his shoulder, crosses his hands, and you seem like a tough guy.
That's because I am.
Yeah, but I still don't want you to vomit all over the place.
I assure you, if it comes to that, I'll vomit outside.
Says, all right. He goes for the bottle, and that is hidden in a what looks to be a barrel, but it's actually like a shelf made in a way like it looks like a barrel. It opens the door, pulls out the bottle that actually glows, glistening red color. It's full. It's even not uncorked. And he says, no one drinks this shit, but this is the strongest. It's the drink from the 9 hells.
I'm gonna try it.
And he kind of puts the bottle on the table, walks several feet away from it, and you see like he casts something, and he opens the bottle with a mage hand, pulls out the cork, takes the mage hand, pours into a what seems to be a stone cup, and you see like immediately it starting to sizzle, and the smoke pluming out of the cup. He says, "Drink it immediately until it dissipates the cup."
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
then.
going to shift my chair to here.
And I'm gonna
Just-
do as he says.
And you pick the cup, and it's hot already. And you look at it, and the walls of the cup are actually thick. And you drink it.
Yep.
You drink it, and please make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
It feels like you just downed a cup of lava, but it actually tastes so good. You never drank something alcoholic that would taste that good, but it burns like hell. Still, you manage to compose yourself and endure it. And you see also a waitress comes out and brings several dishes with random snacks, and there is a little piglet with an apple in his mouth. There is several chickens roasted, and there is like potatoes and vegetables opened. She puts everything on the table and says, I think that should do for such a crowd as you. If you need something else, just call me. My name is Jennifer. I'm gonna be around. She kind of awkwardly walks away from you. You understand that you look really bad right now, like you was beaten to pulp. And she says, "Enjoy your meal," and walks off to another table.
Whew, that's the best thing I've ever had. Guys, you have to try this. It burns a bit, but it's worth it.
Yeah, I pass.
And
Isa
bartender-
would go over there, but she wants to ask the owner a question.
the owner is not actually here. He went to the kitchen.
Oh, who's that guy sitting at the with the quill?
It's a clerk that is managing the room services and stuff like that. It looks like this inn is more of a high ranked people. You don't see anyone like looking shifty or badly dressed in here, so that's why it's
Okay,
here.
then I will have Isa ask the cleric. I guess I'll say it in character. Isa approaches the cleric and says, excuse me, my name is Isa. I'm actually traveling from the northern lands of Oakvale in search of a group of children that have been rumored to have been seen in this city. I was hoping that I would find them in the markets towards the auctions, but unfortunately I've lost that lead. Have you heard anything relating to children being sold or otherwise cured by other than sound means?
This man looks maybe in his late 40s with a goatee, half white, half black. And he scratches his beard and says, I don't actually have my interest in slave trading, but I might ask around from the patrons. Maybe they know something about it. I don't really like all this slavery thing. No. If I will have some information, I will certainly deliver it to you. But for now, here's your keys. And please sign down here. And you see, like, he puts your paper that lists just anonymously 8 people and like payments for the orders that you're taking. And you see the paycheck is about 6,000 gold, but it's signed down, paid by the owner.
Okay, I guess since the owner signed it too. I'm not very good with contracts, but I feel like it's legit. Or at least Isa does. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign it.
Yeah. Says, thank you very much. Enjoy your stay. If you need something, I'm over here, or you can transfer your message with the waiters or bartender. I'm happy to help on any occasion that you would like to solve. But yeah, I will ask around about slaves.
That is like more than Valana makes in a month of y'all.
Yeah, this must be a high-end place. That explains why they were confident they could feed a dragon.
Yeah.
So yeah, Isa bows respectfully, as she generally does. And before she starts asking around, she's gonna go over to take Ishtar's invitation.
You came to join me, eh, Asa? Trust me, you won't regret this.
I will try one.
Yeah, sure.
He looks, bartender looks at you and says, maybe I should give you a half of the cup.
She shrugs and she says, that's fine. I simply want to sample.
Yes. All right. And he takes the cup that Ishtar used and throws it away into the trash bin. Takes another one and does the same ritual. Here, there you go. Drink it. Be careful though.
Yeah, she's gonna go ahead and drink it. Do I need to make a roll?
Constitution saving throw, yeah.
Okay, 1 second.
Ishtar, you see a dancing gnome on a table.
Wow. Okay.
Ada, you fall down with a burning sensation in your chest. You start to cough profusely, barely see anything, like crawling on the ground. Like, what the hell just happened? It burns so much, it feels like your lungs are filled in with steam.
Well,
Yeah.
that was unexpected. Are you okay there?
Valana is going to give her a moment to try and help herself, I guess.
It's a momentary feeling, but like for 5 seconds, you're literally destroyed. But it's so good on taste.
She's gonna get up. You have very particular taste, Ishtar.
Well,
Hey.
I figured if I could endure it, you could. Sorry about that.
Her eyes are watering, or else she'd be mad at that statement. And she goes, honestly, so did I.
As you speak, Ishtar, you still see dancing gnome right on the counter.
Okay. Is
No
it
one's-
is it a male or female gnome?
It's a red-ish, let's say female.
Okay, that immediately raised the star's attention a bit.
And she's slightly smaller than usual gnomes are. So basically, maybe the size of a couple of feet. And you see immediately as she dances towards you, there is like horns growing on her forehead. She boops you on the nose.
But he's the only one able to see this.
Yeah, no one else here.
Terrifying.
Hey there.
For my character knowledge, does it still smell like garbage in here?
No, this place
Okay,
smells
so my
like
divine
lavender.
sense would work.
This place smells like lavender. Smells a little bit of vanilla, and like a note of orange.
It might not necessarily work. Understood.
Well, hello there. It's not that I don't appreciate the dance, but what are the horns for?
And she doesn't seem to answer you. Just dances around again, around your cup, and then boops you on the nose again.
Valana looks at Ishtar worryingly.
Yeah. You see Ishtar is speaking to the cup right now.
Well, I mean, it seems you've taken a liking to me. I mean, I don't blame you, but if you could speak, that would maybe make the situation better.
He's just gonna go ahead and wobble away, coughing. She's gonna cough to Valana, then she's gonna go look at the room and the pillow for a while.
Don't trip on the chair.
You go through the keys, and what number do you take? Do you have keys from 1 to 8, I believe?
She's going to take 7.
The 7. Okay, so it's over there.
Yeah, where are the rooms?
Give me a moment.
Asa just kind of wobbles around somewhere like, where are the rooms?
I opened the room. It's on the bottom. It's the lowest one. As you walk into your room, it seems really clean. Like there was a disinfection, let's say, in here. The bed is thick and seems to be really, really soft. And all the furniture around you seems to be a mahogany or redwood. There is
Mahogany.
a encrusted chest in front of the bed. There is a little coffee table with a coffee cup on it. There is a small
First
desk.
off, I'm going to that coffee cup real quick, and she's going to smell it, and if it smells good, she's going to down it, hopefully to help with the hangover or whatever the fuck I just drank.
As you come to the coffee cup, you're a little confused because it's still hot, but when you pick it up, you see like a red small spot on a saucer that is standing in. So basically, it's heating up the coffee simultaneously. And it's really good. It's
Fascinating.
coffee.
Okay, so I'm gonna end my RP by she's gonna doff her armor. She's gonna put it on the left side of the bed, and she's going to lie down.
You don your armor, and in the reflection of the armor, you see that you have horns.
That's not good. Okay, so
It's not like devilish horns, but more of a antlers.
Well, this drink was a bad idea.
so she's gonna go to the door frame after she's like taken off her armor. When she looks at it to like hang it up or whatever, she goes to the door and she screams out, "Valana!"
Valana comes over worryingly. What?
My face! What is wrong with my face? And she just kind of puts her hand, like, gesturing, like, waving over her own eyes.
Valana just sharpens her eyes, looking intensively at Asa's
It-
face.
There is several scratches on the face, like some blood spots, like little mud on the chin, but nothing particularly interesting about.
I see blood spots and some scratches. What's wrong?
Can Eva, like, if she goes to try to touch the horse, does she feel as if they're there?
Yeah,
Okay, so she's going to, like, do this weird gesture where it looks like she's cupping over her forehead, and she's going to, like, shake her head, saying, "I can't get them off!"
Valana is like keeping herself from laughing. She's going to gently go up and put her hand on Asa's shoulder, and just kind of, does that feel better? Indicating that putting her hand on
Is
Asa's
it like the
shoulder.
kitten there?
Well,
Is
Asa,
your emotion like the kitten?
yeah, Asa isn't comfortable with touching, but essentially, like, and
I'm still
Valana.
holding on to the horn, so do I still feel the horns there?
as she casts the spell, you kind of plop your hands over your forehead. There is nothing there. And you feel a little weird because it was so real for a moment. Like, you could touch it, you could see it, you know.
So Eva blinks, and she says, "Thank you for removing that curse. I would not have been able to show my face in public."
Valana just worryingly looking at Asa like, no problem. Do you have the keys to the rooms?
Yeah, you still have them.
Yes, and she goes to her armor, and she gets the other 7 keys. And she says, "I apologize, I should have passed these out. Here, would you mind? I'm not entirely decent." And she hands the keys to Valana.
Valana just laughs and like, have a good rest. And she leaves you alone.
If he starts still conversing with his like glass,
Sorry, two people speaking at the same time.
Real
So
quick,
Isha,
as you walk away, you see Isa turn around as she's still tapping her forehead to make sure she doesn't feel bored.
yeah, and I was asking if he started still conversing with his glass of whatever he was
Yeah.
drinking.
Bartender is like respectively chuckling at himself, like trying to keep his composure because he probably knows what's going on. Like,
Valana is going to look at the keychain and kind of decide to pick the room next door just in case Asa has another fit.
right. So you go for the number 6.
Yeah.
It's
She's actually my lucky number, funny enough.
you enter a room, and it seems to be as clean as Ace's, but it seems to be like a number for 2. There is a mirror standing in the corner. There is some like decorative art pieces laying on it, like the encrusted flooring. With 2 chests, a chair in the corner, a same coffee cup, what seems to be emitting vapor right now in the corner. And there is a statuette in the left top corner, which seems to be representing a familiar figure for you.
Oh, what? Can I do some sort of history or?
Yeah, let's do it. Roll a history.
Nice.
It depicts specifically the woman that you encountered on the marketplace,
Oh.
the golden woman. Yeah, and she is kind of standing, spreading her arms in front of her, and there is 2 hearts in each of her hands.
Yeah, I don't like that woman. I'm going to take this sheet off this bed and kind of drape it over her.
All right.
And then I'm going to remove my armor and everything and kind of use the bed for it. I'm going to use that bed to kind of sleep on.
You have you can use a chest to put your armor into.
Yeah, but I mean, I have a spare bed now, so let's use that for my armor because of reasons. I
Alright.
imagine she has some sort of like kind of simple clothing under her armor or something like that because it's really uncomfortable with just plate armor. So she will probably still be quite decently dressed. Yeah, I have mending. I'm just gonna use mending on what is torn on the clothing and all, and then she's going to return. Just kind of close and lock up the door behind her, of course, but keep the key. And she's going to notice Mara. And she's going to hold up the keychain with the 5 remaining keys. Something, no, 6 remaining because there's 8 room, I believe. Anyways, the keys beyond number 7, 6. Sorry, blah words. Yeah, the keys that are left in the keychain. I'm
Okay.
just gonna.
Okay.
And she's just going to say, pick a key.
There is 8 and from 1 to 5.
What's the one for this room right here?
Valana is going to remove number 5 and give it tomorrow.
I don't feel so sure about staying in a room alone in Dalton, but okay.
I I
Actually, that is a good point. She does not have a signet ring. You should probably send her somewhere else.
So this room looks nice too. There is what seems to be an alchemist table set down in a corner with a lot of tools and stuff like that. You're not sure if it's functional or just decorative. There is a smaller chest. There is a um, wine sack laying on top of it. There is a couple of bookshelves and the candelabra in the corner. The bed is a little bit smaller than usual, but you have no trouble with it because you're not that big.
Yeah.
Valana goes over to Ishtar and kind of pokes his shoulder. And again holds up the keychain with the remaining keys and pick a key.
Sure. He'll pick one literally at random.
Roll a 1d4.
Okay.
As you speak, the door opens, and the bell over the door rings, and you see a tiefling walk into the tavern. And Valana, you can swear you have seen this guy somewhere.
Goodness me, she's noticing things left, right, and center tonight, right? And
Yeah, it's obvious things.
perception to recognize him better? No?
Let's say insight.
Insight.
Yeah. Like you have a feeling that you met this guy, but yeah, totally. He's from Gial.
Huh.
You cannot recall his name though, but he's from Gial 100%. You
I
saw him.
kind of goes up to him then. Do not really say anything, waiting for his reaction.
Necro?
Oh.
Wake up.
Sorry. Load off a bit.
Mara, as you close the door and like turn around for the chest, you see the door itself kind of a violet spark comes through the slits in the door, and it kind of seemingly magically seals itself. And then you kind of push a chest in front of the door.
Yeah, after that, Mara's going to then go onto the bed and huddle up, kind of scared.
Aww.
You still have the key, though.
Yeah, just doesn't like the fact that the door magically sealed, or the fact that she's in Galton.
Mm-hmm.
Side note for the DM.
Yeah.
Volanti has my how do you say it? My original ring, my chivalry, right?
Yeah.
If something
But
happens to Volanti, she has it.
I know she's not around for now.
Well,
All right.
just reminding you that she has her ring.
So, Silas, as you enter into the tavern, you see a familiar face coming close to you and greets you. You can recall that that's the daughter of the Fire Drifter. And you kind of surprised.
Do not really say anything to her. She just kind of approaches you.
Like, hello?
Hello. You're far away from home?
Whatever do you mean?
Citizen of Jell, right?
Ah, I lived there for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to this inn. It's really nice. She's going to leave you alone now. She is going to approach Og and do the same thing. Hold up the keychain and say, "Pick a key."
Um,
That's your
What?
cue, Chad.
he might be AFK for 5 minutes. You see? So, bartender approaches Ishtar and kind of says, "Are you feeling well?"
Of course, never felt better.
Yes. Are you sure? There is no one on this table, actually.
Of course it
They
is.
start,
He kind of
yeah, it
waves.
starts to the entertainment here is amazing.
He
Wait, what?
kind of waves in front of you, where you're looking, where you're staring at, and his hand kind of comes through the gnome which is dancing in front of you. He says,
Well,
"That's
that's
the
some-
drink."
Well, that's some shenanigans right there. Whew. I guess you weren't kidding when you said the drink is strong.
Care for another one?
Of course.
He does the same ritual, pours down the same red liquid. He goes, "Here you are. And remember, you promised not to vomit in here.
Yeah, don't worry.
Make another constitution save."
Ha.
God damn. You're one durable bastard. Uh,
That +9 isn't just for show.
yeah, so you drink it, the same sensation, and this time it's kind of leaves a lingering feeling of a tickling all over your skin. And you look back on the counter and you see already two gnomes dancing and going ring around the rosy around your cup.
Whew. This drink is as good as ever. However, the hallucinations are getting kind of like more intense. Does that pass with time? He asked the bartender.
Says, "You will be clear in 48 hours.
Okay, I mean, I endured the initial shock, so I guess a few harmless hallucinations won't really do much.
He kind of shrugs and says, "Maybe if you eat a lot, it will be faster going away from you, but you know, it's a fun thing. I tried it once. It totally nuked me."
Well, half-orcs are known for their durability.
He says, "They are indeed. There is not much of your kind in here in this place. I would actually say you're one of the first one who was able to enter."
Huh. Lucky me, I guess, eh?
Is you did something for the owner. I can I actually ask what exactly?
Oh, I fought a Baylor and two Luckies. I'm not really much for monster names, but they were like snake ladies or something.
And he kind of says, "Oh, the Baylor. So the drink fits. You drink, you kill a beast from hell, and then you drink a drink from hell.
I like how you think.
All right.
So, I assume Socket is one of the guys left. Who is the other? Because I have 2 keys, I think. I hope.
Our new join. How? I can't say your name, Wolfgang. What's your name?
Coralum.
Right.
That's the one.
Where is he?
He went to the stables and never come back.
Right. Fine. Then Socket get the second last choice. She goes up to Socket and like, pick a key.
He takes all the keys. That's
Asshole.
No, pick a key. A single key, you dum dum.
I pick this one and this one and this one and this
Okay, you get no keys.
one. He kind of you snatch the keys and he kind of puts his finger up. I don't need no keys.
Valana goes up to Ishtar and say, "Can you give the last guy his key to his room whenever he appears?"
At this point, Istar has like kind of like followed the bartender's like advice and just stuffs his face with like tons of food and he's like, yeah, sure, I can totally give the key.
Valana just kind of squints at him, unconvinced.
What?
She's going to kind of turn towards the bartender and say, "I know you have a lot to do, but can you just keep an eye on him to make sure that he keeps his promise?"
Who should I give the key to again?
That last guy, what's his face?
He says you can just leave the keys at the clerks, and whoever needs the key will take it.
See, problem solved.
She shrugs and fair enough. He's going to give the lost keys back to him then.
All right.
Say they will probably be asking for him in due time.
All right. He kind of respectively nods at him and says, "Yes, of course. I will make sure that they get to the person he's speaking about. Have a nice day."
What do you mean the person that? Oh, hold on, time out. What do you mean the person they're speaking about? I don't think even they know the person they're speaking about. Even Milano knows the person they're speaking about.
Well, he was there, but then
Yeah,
he left. And he's kind of easy to identify.
yeah.
Yeah, but you gave no description. You just said the other, just another person.
Well, she gives the description then. Fair enough.
Right.
He knew exactly how many keys our party needed, so surely he has kept track of who everyone is. So, anyways, Valana just sits down at the bar and she just kind of knocks on the table with like her fingertips, if you get me, and like an ale, please.
An ale. Are you sure? He kind of fixes his gaze on your hand. There is like a signet on it. Are you sure? Maybe a bottle of wine or.
Valana just tries to refrain herself from laughing. She is going to shake her head. I'd like an ale. I
Alright.
wasn't really raised with posh manners.
You see, bartender is a little bit of confused and walks away from the thing, leans into the kitchen and yells something. You don't actually know the language. And there's like several people coming up to him and like shrugging, like shaking their heads. And he says, "Well, fuck. What would I do now?"
Do they really only have wine?
Um, he kind of says, "Well, comes back and sheepishly approaches and says, I'm really sorry we don't have ale in here, but we will deliver it. Just give me a moment. It's
Well,
it's gonna take not more than 15 minutes and it will be here."
well, that's no issue. Do you have something that isn't wine or
Yeah.
that thing? And she just kind of nods over towards whatever Ishtar is drinking. Not that either.
Oh,
He kind of points to the shelves with several bottles. We have liquors, we have whiskey, we have scotch, we have a lot of things. What do you prefer? But no ale. I'm sorry, ale is rarely ordered in here, like because it's a cheap beverage.
She just kind of shrugged. It doesn't need to be cheap just because it's ale. Does beer and
I don't know, Sidori. I'm gonna go ahead and side with them on this one.
yeah, but this is Valana. So bite me. She's just going to sigh eventually and just, oh, give me whatever.
Yeah, we will deliver the ale, but for now, I would recommend you maybe a coconut liquor. It's really tasty and fitting the ladies' tastes most of the
Yes,
time.
yes, sure. As long as it has a kick in it.
He brings like a what seems to be a goblet covered with what seems to be grape wines, pours a whitish, let's say almost solid liquid into it, puts some kind of fruit parts into it, and gives you like a straw and says, "Here you go."
Valana just kind of inspects the drink. She puts out the fruit and puts it on Ishtar's plate. Takes the straw and like sticks it into something on Ishtar's plate and starts drinking it.
you know you could have left them on the other side.
She just smiles at Ishtar a little bit teasingly. There was a reason she did that.
He shrugs. Hey, dude, how much do you sell that 9 hells drink for? I'll be the star of the night in drinking competitions with that thing.
Well, says, I'm not sure about that, but
Wait, there's a drinking committee?
but he says, I am sure that you can take some shots.
No, I mean the whole bottle. How much do you sell it for? I want it.
Oh, you can take it. Everything is paid.
Well, thank you very much. He's gonna take the bottle.
He shrugs. Says,
Out of character, he's already thinking about the drinking competitions he's gonna organize with this stuff.
hmm.
Oh, okay, I see what you meant.
Kind of says, be careful. And you see two gnomes that were now dancing right in your food, like, and they look over to you and say, "Be careful," in unison.
Be careful of what? Hallucinations?
No, don't drink too much of this thing. It stacks. So you drink one, you're out for 24 hours. You drink two, you're out for 48 hours. And so on, and so on, and so on. You will be hallucinating for a long time if you drink it till the bottom.
Oh, no, I'm not planning to drink it myself.
Banana just sits there sipping her fancy drink, whatever. Clearly amused by Ishtar's seemingly hallucinations.
See,
I mean, she could cure you, but why would she?
he feels fine. He doesn't seem to be bothered by the hallucinations.
Yeah.
Um, but as you sit and drink your beverage, you feel like someone is watching. You turn around and see the citizen of GL looking at you like thinking of something. And he doesn't even turn away when you find his gaze. He stares onwards.
She's just going to sigh at it.
Alana is very used to being the most attractive woman in the room. So it doesn't faze her when people stare.
Well, I, I, I guess it kind of makes sense from her youth, but she's really too tired to care about stairs stuff right now.
Right. But you also notice that Og is not like going to the room. He's just staring into the fireplace.
Just, but Valana is going to ask the bartender if he gave Og the same drink as Ishtar.
Says if he will drink it, sure. But I believe I'm out of the drink. If or
That's not what I was asking. Did Og over there, and she points towards Og, did he drink the same thing as my friend there?
he didn't drink or eat anything.
Weird.
Yeah, weird because everything is paid. I don't really understand. Did he have a bad day or something?
She just kind of inspects Og over there and say, in a sense, she's going to sigh and stand up from her chair and gently walk towards Og. Guess she has to act like the group leader right now because our official group leader is kind of panicking in our room.
She's not doing all that well. She got crushed, stabbed, blown up,
Yeah.
all near death. She's sleeping. She's dead.
It's quite all right. Falana is approaching Og and just kind of tapping his shoulder, trying to get his attention. As a door magically opens. I did not know tapping shoulders did that. That's quite amazing talent Balana has.
I just opened map.
She's going to ask if he's feeling all right. She's going to put her hand on him and say, "We will find him." Her, sorry. Don't you worry. I mean, I heard Asa talking with the clerk already, asking about the missing children. Everything isn't lost yet, Og. Well, no, not really. And I'm sure she's okay. Just need to find them. That's all. Why don't you enjoy a drink with me and Ishtar and just take it easy for the rest of the evening, and we'll pick it up tomorrow morning. Well, just because you're eating and drinking nice drinks doesn't mean cannot be in control of yourself. I just had the most posh drink that will possibly even make Master Leroy himself feel excited about it. And look at me, I'm still in control. She smiles and leaves him be, saying, as the party's medic, I order you at least to go and get some rest and try and not be too stressed about your daughter right now. It's not good for your health. She gives him a wink before she returns back over at Ishtar.
So, as you come back to Ishtar, you see the tiefling sits down and talks to bartender, and he kind of says, "Yeah, sure, we have that wines. What would you like? White, red, or rose?"
Red, if you don't mind.
Oh, dry, semi-dry.
Listen, I already can't you go off that? I was specific enough.
Come again, Necro.
Like I already specified a Chianti, so
Um, so basically, he wants you to specify dry or semi-dry.
let's go for dry today.
Would you like a beef steak with it?
No, thank you. I'm not hungry.
All right. He pours a glass of wine and says, "That would be 20 gold from you."
He drops 20 gold at the counter.
All right. He swipes the gold and says, "Enjoy your drink.
Wait, what?
Enjoy your drink."
Thank you. I plan on it.
Right. He says, "So, do you guys, what do you do in this town?"
Finding missing children. It's like, can I glance over towards the depressed Og walking towards his room?
He says, "Oh, have you lost a child of your own, or you're looking for some kind of generally kidnapped children?"
The latter, but one of our group members has his child within them.
Oh, that's. I'm sorry. Is there anything I can help you with?
Well, if you know anything about missing childs or have heard, I don't know. It's kind of a rare occasion, if you understand me. So,
Well, um, you don't call me bartender for nothing. I know a lot of stuff. So What was the approximate time that you believe your children were delivered here? Or because we have a lot of
They went missing about 40 days ago, Lana. We don't know when they would have gone through here. I don't think.
Yeah. She's just kind of tapping her finger on her chin, thinking a bit. I will say close to almost 2 months ago, or somewhere around that. We do not really know the time that they went through here, more than we just know that they went through here.
Huh. So approximately in the last 2 months. Let me check something. He picks up a book, which seems to be a fine leather book with a red cover. He opens it. Looks through some what seem to be handwritten notes, and they are written in many different handwritings. Yeah, I see something suspicious.
Oh.
This one, and he kind of turns over the book and pushes it towards you and points you to the one of the notes that is scribbled out, like with a quill.
I read it.
It's kind of covered, but what you can see is 4 carriages minus 1 delivery, and the date is approximately 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
Says,
She just looks at the bartender with like almost amazement. You-
yeah, that's
You-
a surprise.
You don't happen to know where it was going or something?
That was a special delivery, and I need to consult with the owner if I can tell you the details of it. But I'll do my best because you're a guest, and he kind of puts his finger in the middle of his forehead, closes his eyes, and opens them again. Says, "So yeah, I got a permission."
That's really helpful, thank you.
Yeah, magic is good. He kind of says, "You know, the odd thing about this specific delivery was that all 3 carriages were bought immediately without browsing, and 1 carriage went to the city of Jandil, and from there, what I can recall is over the seas."
One went for the city of Jim Deal and the other overseas.
No, 3 others were bought in here without even browsing. Someone was waiting for them and just bought all of those slaves.
And
Right, that is indeed suspicious, isn't it?
she just kind of glanced over at Celius, like seemingly do not like him snooping in. And you said that he who bought them were going to the city of Jimnil?
No, the 3 carriages stayed in this town. 1 went to Jandil like it was declined for some reason. He picks up the book, slams it, and puts it down into the shelf, he says. But the other particular thing that I wish not speak of, but if you would lean in, I might whisper you something.
She does just that then.
He leans in and says, "This guy, it's a big one. He is a slave trader of, let's say, higher league. He goes by the D.M. nickname. No one knows his name, but everyone is fucking afraid of him.
D.8 M point nickname?
Yeah, like his undercover name, you know?
Yeah. Weird.
So, but what I can tell you about him, you can find specific people that might have a hint where he could be.
Okay.
And he hands you a little piece of paper, upside down. Says, "I did not tell you anything. I wasn't even working this day. I have no idea who you are, and I have never seen you."
Certainly. She just pretty much hides the. Actually, she puts the piece of paper, like folds it up a little bit, and actually puts it within her cleavage to ensure that no one is taking it, and she's not even looking at it herself because she imagines she knows what it says. She's going to lean back and she's going to change the subject and say, "Dear bartender, you don't happen to do your own liquor and stuff?"
Oh, no, I'm just having deliveries from the places distant from here. We have a lot of drinks that come from other continents, even. Um, this is a luxury place, you know, and we have no such authority to make something different than the owner wants.
That's a bit of a shame, actually. But uh, you don't happen to have heard of a guy called Taz?
Come again?
A dwarf, really good brewer. You can like see her excitement.
Taz, a dwarf brewer. Should
From the
I
city of Gial.
kind of taps his mm, chin and says, "No, I can't recall that. What does he brew?"
Oh, mainly beer and stuff. He's a dwarf after all, so she chuckles like almost as if it's explaining what he's brewing.
He nods and says, I get it. I understand. That's why I don't recall him, because we don't sell any ale or beer or low grade beverages. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's quite okay. I you shouldn't call it low grade though, but it's okay. My glass is empty, you see, and I'm trying to figure out something to drink next. She just kind of taps on her glass.
Oh, just a moment. and, and as you speak, you see like a sweating big orc slams into the doors holding a barrel with eyes wide, like, "Who ordered this one?" And the bartender rushes towards the other end and picks up the barrel and uncorks it, tips a cup into it, and runs back to you and says, "Here, this is the best we could find in such a short period. I believe it should satisfy your tastes." Um, he kind of, let's say, with a little bit of disgust, puts the cup on the counter.
Valana is excitingly grabbing the mug and takes a big gulp from it.
It
Does it-
tastes fine, but you feel like it's not the best thing that you ever drink in case of beer or ale. And the works work back into what seems to be statements.
It's not the test quality of beer, in short.
Yeah, it's much worse.
Hmm. Good enough still. Valana looks over to Ishtar and say, "Do you want something? Drink with me, Ishtar."
Of course.
Oh, poor bartender.
Yeah, like you're gonna order if you're gonna have if you've got three drinks of the day, you might as well try to order something a little bit more expensive.
Sorry, come again?
He just kind of looks at you like if you're gonna order drinks, you should at the very least try to order something more expensive. Get free drinks. Try it.
Yeah, that tastes like piss. Valana like sharply turns towards Silas and laughs and looks to be pretty much ignoring him.
Bartender is blushing right now. His face is going red.
Valana just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I just don't prefer fancy drinks."
Says, please don't tell the owner that uh, you didn't like the drink. Okay?
She nods. I mean, we already agreed that I never saw you, so she smiles at him.
Right. Right. He kind of calms down. But there is a little bit of a tilt in his eyes still. Um, and Koralam, you see the orc enter the stable and asks you, "What are you doing here?"
What's it look like I'm doing?
Uh, it looks like you're grooming a horse.
Yes, besides that,
I can do that.
I'd rather
He
take
says-
care of my own stuff.
Hmm. He seems to be not the brightest one of the half orcs. He kind of stares at you and says, "I can groom horse."
It's quite all right. I shall take care of it.
Uh, shouldn't you be in a fancy room?
I quite prefer it in here. Now, if you don't mind, go on and do something else.
Uh, I. Do you need something?
No, I'm fine, thank you. You can be on. Can be gone now.
He sheepishly kind of walks all away, like, and walks outside, confused in all possible senses. And walks out and just looks in and says, "You're weird."
I love how he thinks you're weird. Kind of are.
Definitely not the brightest one in the bunch.
And eventually, you see owner walking out back into the main room and walks up to the counter and looks on you and says, "Oh, Silas, why didn't you message me that you will be arriving? Do you have any business here, or you just revisiting my place again just to honor me?"
Just popping in for a drink.
I see. I see. Are you acquainted with the newborn heroes of the city? They just slain a Baylor.
Really now?
Yes,
Look like small feet.
that demon was gigantic. They still managed to kill it with almost no help from the guards.
Yeah. Oh yes. He's gonna do this with a lot of. Yes, well, these guards have never been very useful.
He kind of leans on one of the chairs and says, "Such a valiant and courage group should have an epic name, right? How do you call yourselves?"
Hey Asa, did we decide on that?
Yeah. Did we actually?
Yeah, it was a tie between the Latin phrase that Eliza came up with and Heaven's Devils.
I'm going to
Mara,
answer
could you
that.
help me pronounce
Although
that phrase?
Heaven's Devil sounds like a biker gang.
1 second.
I think that was kind of the point, though.
Yes.
Well,
The Ayas Kahasta?
Guided by Fate? Yeah.
Ayas Kahasta? Did I say it right?
Or the other one that I came up with,
Try telling me out. How's it spelled?
I came up with two Latin phrases that I don't know which one she's asking me to. This one and
Guided by Fate.
oh, that would be
What-
the other one.
Would
yes.
you mind typing the ties up, Asa, in chat? So,
1 second.
You mean that one?
Yes.
Lustrationes source.
He hears you call
I
the
can't say that, but
Lustrationes source. What does it mean?
did we even decide on that? I
no, we haven't decided yet. We need to talk about it. So those were the two. Like they had the most votes. Third place was Guided by Fate, which is the translation to that saying, and the fourth place, last runner-up, I guess, was Civil Alliance. So those are like our considerations, but the top two were That Thing and Heaven's Devils.
So one of them is kind of a biker gang, and the other one is, with all due respect, Eliza, but hard to pronounce.
Not for me, but that's because I'm used to speaking Latin.
Hmm.
So is there
Lustrationes source.
for everyone?
I mean, I can go with either or. I don't care really. So
Either one's good.
someone give a.
Side with what I can say. So I'm siding with Heaven's Devils because I'll never be able to say that out loud.
That one might be difficult to pronounce. That is difficult to pronounce. So.
Well, I can probably pronounce it, but yeah, I guess she's going to reply that we call ourselves the Heaven's Devils.
Heaven's devils. Huh. Says that doesn't really make sense, but I believe you know better. And he says,
Yeah, we are quite a religious bunch, I guess.
So,
You call yourselves devils.
Yeah. I mean, Not all of us are good. One of us will probably kill you inside. Will she only have the proper authority to do so? As she just smiles at Silas a little bit grim.
Ah, lovely.
And, and the owner says, I don't recall your name.
My name is Valana. This is Ishtar. As she kind of nudges Ishtar behind her.
Hello there.
Nice to meet you. And he kind of says, Valana, who though? I believe I cannot uh, speak with you with all the manners that are required due to your nobility.
She just shrugs. It's just a title.
Uh,
Yes, I am. She just kind of again. She just kind of sighs. Well, I am the Duchess of Gjall, but
oh,
I really
so
don't like saying that because people tend to start kissing the ground whenever I say it, and it's quite annoying.
oh, he kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, we are not unequal. Let's say that. So I will still call you my lady Valana. Um, my name is Jared. You can call me just Jared if you wish."
She nods happily.
So, how do you feel, dear? Um, is drinks fine? Is bed soft? Do you need anything in particular?
She leans over to the bartender, considering if she should like praise what she's drinking right now. Eventually, she just says, "It's quite nice. I I have to say, it's almost up to the standards of my castle."
Hmm. He looks at you and tilts his head and says, "I don't really even know to take that as a compliment or is it not, or an accusation or something. Do you like it here?"
I like it, and I thank you for your hospitality.
Well, it's the least I can do for saving lives of myself and my wife, of course.
We have even managed to get some clues to the business we were doing here originally. So, yeah, we are quite grateful.
Huh. And he looks at Ishtar, looks at his cup, and says, "Oh, so you drink
Among
the
other things,
No, I mean you drink a Red Devil."
oh
Tablet.
yeah, two glasses so far.
Oh, and he kind of in disbelief looks at bartender and waits for an approval. And he kind of nods. "Oh, really?" Says, "That's weird. No one even dared to open that bottle in years."
I don't know why it was fine, really. I mean, the hallucinations exist, but besides that, a slight burning, nothing else.
I don't mind just hallucinating. I just can't distinguish reality from fiction anymore.
No biggie.
And says, "Be careful with that. It's really a genie in a bottle."
Literally?
Oh, that sounds
Valana asks, excited.
Says, "No, be careful.
Oh,
I have no idea. I last times have seen a genie when I was young. And it didn't end well for anyone.
Out of character, last time I saw a genie, my character lost her virginity, so I believe you.
You're what?
Another character I
Out of
have.
character in one of its other games.
Yeah.
Hmm. What the fuck?
Don't ask. Don't ask.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Best left untouched.
And he's kind of looking around and asks, I don't see all your other companions. Are they resting?
Yeah, pretty much. One of them is quite down because of the business we have here. The other one seemingly got panicked by hallucinating about horns. Guess now as I puzzled together the pieces, and she was quite beaten in battle, so. And the third one, well, she's also resting. I guess I am the most alive here, and Socket over there, of course, as she
And-
points over him.
Socket,
Yes, resting.
Socket flips your bird.
Balana flips back like almost as if it's a greeting.
Hmm. Well, you certainly have some pleasant company.
Oh yeah, we also have apparently a newfound member who is out in the stables. I don't know really why he's out there, but yeah.
Well, you're free to do whatever you want, unless you want to burn this building.
Balana just kind of gives a
Oh, how did you know about my
sinister
list?
smile at that.
Jared actually plops down on the chair and looks at you all and says, I was an adventurer when I was young.
Did you
And
Did an accident involving an arrow stop you?
there was a lot of arrows, but no, I lost my hand. And he kind of unfolds his robes to demonstrate you what seems to be a marble sculpture of a hand. He says, this thing, and he points towards the wall for the head of what seems to be a basilisk. That thing made me this way. I was torn into the stone, and then, well, you know how it happens. Stone things on a fly fall down and break parts of the body. And then I was helped, but there was no way to put the hand back. So, and I
This is-
admire what you do.
This is making Valana eager to lend him a certain stone, but he's not part of the party, and she's really not trusting him enough for it. So yeah.
Oh, wait, so your hand's cursed, you say?
No, it's gone. This thing is a reminder. Let's say, a replacement. He rolls his sleeve up, and you see some like belts are stitched to his upper shoulder. They're just holding this prothèse, let's say, in place.
Hmm.
Six. That was a good day, so I don't regret anything. This place wouldn't be there if I was not adventuring.
Hmm. Yeah. I still remember my first day of adventuring. A zombie almost chewed my hand off. I was quite lucky. And she just kind of inspects her hand, the same hand that actually got a little bit of a chunk off. That she surely remember because you remember everything.
He looks at the hand and like it doesn't seem to be removed or even damaged.
Not anymore, thankfully. We found our ways to restore such things. She kind of realizes that she's pretty much saying a little bit too much, so she's going to tap her mug that is empty.
Out of
and
character, you could actually offer him the regenerating stone for like our stay here or something, and give him back his hat.
Bartender is kind of hesitating to pull up again the barrel of ale because the owner is here and he's kind of looking at you at the barrel, at you at the cup, at the barrel that stands and does nothing.
Yeah. So I was going to walk over to it here and just talk to the guy. So how's your business been lately? And then he's going to just to the guy like, go on for that. What I was expecting.
Says, I was doing well, better than the last year. People are coming, but it could have been better. He shows you like 5 empty tables. Says, but the other thing, you know what I'm talking about. He kind of looks at is going pretty well.
Good to know.
He kind of says, I would like you to assist me in maybe in a couple of days. If you are here, we might do some coin together.
Sorry, I didn't actually hear I missed what you said. What?
He
Help
says,
me.
you're here, so wouldn't you like to help me out maybe in a couple of days to get some coin together? 60-40 as always,
Maybe if I'm still around, might be leaving town soon. Who knows?
He kind of looks back at Milena and says, this man is a talented magician. And he does so many wonders, I can even tell how does he manage to. But he has been really helpful in particular businesses.
Well, he seems to originate from my town, so I figure as much. And there comes...
That is very untrue, actually.
Hello,
I
Mara.
haven't really visited her for a while.
Hello, Mara. I thought you were sleeping.
I forgot to get something to eat.
Oh. If you're really tired, I can manage a waitress to bring your food right into your room if you wish. Or if you care for a little bit of chit-chat, stay here with us. Drink with us.
I will stay here, Chef. I'm not sure I want to drink. Not here.
Why
Milena
so?
smiles.
The owner is literally disturbed and like says, why so?
I'm not drinking in Galton ever again.
What happened? This is a respectful establishment. We don't serve poisons.
I have my reasons. Let's not get into it.
All right, I will trust your word, but it seems to be a little offensive of yours to decline me in my hospitality.
I'm sorry. It's just I have my reasons.
Sure, sure. Be my guest. But at least eat something. And he kind of looks around and snaps with his fingers, and the waitress comes by and says, "What did you wish to for a meal?" And she seems really nervous around this guy.
I would like meat, a lot of meat.
Oh, we can manage that. Yes, just a moment. She walks back to the kitchen and returns maybe in like 5 minutes, bringing you a full plate of different kinds of meat. One seems in particular really intriguing because it's green. Parts seem to be just pork, beef, and chicken assorti.
I poked the green meat for a second. I don't think I've ever seen green meat before.
Oh, the owner rises up and says, "That's a special one. Uh, we do, let's say, private farmership, and we breed specific." What the word? How do I fucking say this? I don't even know the word. Mm, we breed a specific kind of cows. They are green and they give green milk and they have green meat.
Valana just looks at the plate, almost drooling, like, can I have a similar plate? Maybe a little bit less?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, so, like, why is she fascinated with meat anyway?
Are you judging? I feel like you're king shaming. If she wants to be
She's
obsessed
just
with
asking
me,
more like why specifically? Why is meat? Why just so much meat?
Didn't really have a lot of meat growing up, so take it when I can get it.
Fair enough.
So the waitress comes back with another portion, puts it in front of you, puts her hand on the Ishtar's shoulder and say, "Do you need anything?"
Me?
Yeah,
I mean,
everyone is eating, and I feel uncomfortable that you have an empty plate.
sure. I can eat more.
Mm. Actually, on second thoughts, I think I will have something to have a meal.
Says, bring one on the count of me to this guy. I haven't seen him for a while. And the waitress is kind of, yes, of course. You see, she's a little bit tired, maybe working for the whole day, and this rush of the guests is too much for her. But she manages. So, um, Jared stands up from the chair and says, "Let's drink." And he asks the bartender to fill your cups.
Hey,
Go
girl,
ahead.
do you want some? I think you've earned it by this point.
Jared looks at Ishtar and says, "No, no, no. She's working. All right. If
Ah,
you wish, if you wish to leave a tip, I wouldn't say anything, but she must be so.
yeah, sure. He'll leave 100 gold coins. Because he's horrible at managing money.
All right. She picks up and
That sounds like you're
bows
trying to
you.
get laid.
Yeah.
Nah,
And
he's
gold
just
coin tips.
he just is horrible at managing money.
And as you do that, she kind of stands behind you and asks you silently on your ear, "Would you please remove your upper armor?"
Wait, what?
She took it
He
exactly how I
removes
would have
his
took it.
helmet? Like that?
No, I mean the shoulder part.
He seems genuinely puzzled, but okay.
Yeah, Silas is just snickering to himself as he as he wanted to stop.
Okay, so you remove your shoulder plates, put them down on a chair, and she kind of starts to rub your shoulders and do a little massage to you.
Wait, did I did I pay for something I didn't know I paid for?
Um,
Oh no, she just does this for at random points during the day. He says oozing with sarcasm.
and as you look around, like a little bit confused, you see Jared nods to her and continues to drink. And she continues to do that while you sit in there.
I mean, I'm not exactly complaining here, but you know.
I
Oh,
mean,
what the hell? Continue.
Mm,
Uh,
Jared chuckles and says, "As I already said, this is a respected establishment. We do everything to comfort our guests, and you today are my guests. Maybe not tomorrow, but today you are."
You know what? I usually prefer more, how you say, humble taverns. You know, where I can actually start a fight or arm wrestle and stuff. But this isn't half bad.
Well, if you want to pick up a fight, you can go outside behind the stables. There is a big guy. He is carrying heavy stuff around the place. He might say yes to you for some coins.
Okay, now you're speaking my language.
He is dumb as hell, but if you give him 10 gold and say, "Fight me," he will not decline.
Silas
Yeah.
Bill then is like, wait, what?
Go for it, go for it.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay, Silas is like eating his bill, then he like just started thinking something like, oh, hold on a minute, I just realised I never actually introduced myself. He looks over to Marin Valana. Like, Silas Tardil, pleasure to meet you.
But Alan just nods nonchalantly. Seemingly being a little bit more concentrated with Mara.
So, as you taste the green meat, it more seems like an elk meat taste. But the green color is just like keeping you distracted all the time. It just genuinely feels like it's the spoiled meat. But it tastes good. And
Try this meat.
you know, noble people of a high rounds. They prefer something in particularly that is unique and special. So there you go. Even if we're talking just food, the green meat is just too surprise one. Nothing more. Right. Jared says, "It was a pleasure to meet you all, and I have to depart." He pats like Silas on the shoulder and says, "Good luck, man. I hope you find your entertainment somewhere in this town." And he walks away.
As soon as he vanishes, Volana just kind of stares down the bartender, looks down on her mug and back up at him.
All right, I will do it. Give me a moment. He sheepishly goes back to the barrel, gives it a look of shame, and fills in the cup, comes back, places it down, and says, "Man, I am sweating right now. Don't do that again, please."
Volana giggles a little bit. Do you want some ale, Mara? I mean, the liquor here isn't really strong. I mean, sorry, posh. Why did I say strong? I meant posh. I don't know. I think I'm getting tipsy. Kind of works.
Right, and waitress stops to mass your shoulders. "If you would like, I would accompany you in your room."
Well, that went from 10 to 100 really fast. I mean, sure, I won't decline.
All right. She gently takes you by the hand, and she kind of points to the shoulder pads that are lying down on a chair. "Did you pick that up?"
Yeah, sure.
And, she drags you basically between the tables into a room.
I look over to Mara and say maybe we should also head back to our rooms. She just kind of
And
gives Mara a wink as well.
Okay, I'm sorry. Did you just solicit Mara for sex? That's what it sounds like.
all right. So the comic part about this whole Ishtar, you getting pushed towards the bed, and like when you are actually at the edge, she tries to kind of drop you on the bed, but she pushes, and you don't move at all. Like she's a little bit confused. You're too heavy to push down on the bed, and she
He's gonna try to like deceive her, like he doesn't want to like break the atmosphere, so he's gonna like lean back like she actually pushed him.
she understands what just happened, but she doesn't mind, and she stands up, drops her dress, douses the torch, and joins you in your bed.
And stuff happened.
Yeah. We will not
He's
go
not anywhere.
specific.
Okay, which one is his room?
What?
Which one is Ishtar's room?
They are in the correct room.
Because I can't see. So I'd have to move my token. So, like, can someone ping it?
All right, I will do this. Give me a moment. Do. Oh,
Okay,
global
that one. Okay, yeah, it's nowhere near me. I was just checking.
Let's just do this. And this. Okay. Now you should see all the fucking tavern.
Yes. And okay, yeah, he's on the opposite side.
So there you go.
And I picked a good room. Nice.
Yeah, there was, let's say, a higher grade rooms to the left and lower grade rooms to the right. Because, nobles come with servants, and servants need to stay somewhere too. So basically, you took all the good rooms, and there you go. What's left, that's left.
Okay.
All right. And we will gonna take a break at this point.
Okay.
Are we counting this as a long rest?
Yeah.
Or
I mean, long rest for those who went to sleep, actually. Those who are staying at the bar, not getting a rest yet.
That's what I'm doing. Count as sleeping.
It counts as rest, okay?
Yeah.
Oh. Actually, just for giggles, roll a constitution check.
and a
Constitution
performance
check.
or an athletics and an acrobatics?
It's just durability.
Okay, Constitution save, right?
Not a
Because I-
save, a check.
So
Constitution
just
only
click on
has
the word
saves.
Constitution.
Yeah,
Just-
it's
No,
the
just click
same.
the word Constitution on your attributes.
Yeah, just click it.
21.
I was going to say you silently disappoint the woman, but no, you actually impress her. All right.
If we're going off of the book of debauchery, you don't get a long rest because that would have been about, I think it's either an hour or 3 hours of sex. Let me go check.
There are actually precise rules about this
There's
stuff.
rules for that?
Yes, there are. I'll look up the exotic fantasies book because more people know about that one. Okay, so no, that's crafting check. There it is. You rolled a 20.
21.
So 10 is 20 minutes, 12 is 30 minutes, 14 is 40 minutes, 16 is 50 minutes. 18 is an hour to 2 hours, 25 is 2 hours to 3 hours, and then 30 is 3 hours or more. Plus an additional 5 for each hour above 5 additional rolls. So like 35 would be 8 hours, and 40, if you could manage to roll it, would be 13 hours.
Okay. Well, I broke an hour.
You technically broke 2 hours, so an hour to 2 hours, somewhere in there.
I still can't believe there are rules for this stuff.
Of course there are. And actually, because of your strength class,
Oh, my strength right now, because until I take a long rest, is 22 because I just came out of a fight.
so yeah, sexual rating of strong, so yeah, 3 hours. You don't get a long rest. You were too busy having fun.
You know what? Just for the lulz, okay, I don't get a long rest. Anyhow.
I mean, technically, you don't even need one. You're a fighter. You get everything back with a short rest.
Yeah, technically.
And for future reference, if any of you do play an adult game with me, I use the Book of Debauchery, not the Book of Erotic Fantasy, but they have basically the same rules.
Wait, there are two separate books for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, the Erotic Fantasies was written for edition 3.5, which is okay, but it's a little bit weird because of like pluses and minuses in workplaces. But the Book of Debauchery is literally just designed for monsters instead of player characters, and how monsters like use sex to destroy characters.
Okay, this sounds like something I'll either like be totally awkward with or actually have fun with. It sounds
It's a lot of
weird,
fun.
but interesting. Yeah.
Like,
Anyhow,
and
now
that's what
we're-
I was actually PMing you about the prospects of a half orc, because a half orcs, their use of contraceptives is nullified by 25%. Just because, you know, racial. Basically, their fertility is too strong that contraceptives don't work as effectively for the races.
Not even magic can totally.
Yeah,
Okay.
magic is still effective, but it's not 100% effective like it is for some reasons. So that's what I was saying. If you were going off of the Book of Erotic Fantasies, your character, there's no such thing as safety. There's either abstinence or a chance of pregnancy. There's no middle ground.
Hello?
What the fuck is that table for me? That's a table for time?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the how long you can have sex with a constitution roll.
All right. So you're
And-
between 1 hour and 2.
Yeah.
And that thing of load is my reaction.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked, like finding out there is a book about this, and then that there are two books about this.
That's the part that got me. I can understand one book. And
Yeah,
I just said,
one guy just wrote something in his spare time, like he didn't think about it, but two books. That's organized.
here's the thing. I did some research just now. There's not just two.
No, there's like a good lot. I think there's like a good 5 that are recognized, but erotic fantasies and debauchery are like the 2 that are the best. The rest are kind of just okay.
And I also found out about something that I pretty much did not want to learn about.
Curiosity, what is it?
An RP that's pretty much entirely based around sex.
Yeah, that's erotic fantasies. Erotic fantasies, you literally level up, and your feats and skills are all based on sexual stuff.
It's called Fatal. Fatal.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
don't.
yeah. So what happened while I was gone?
Apparently, there's a stat I called anal circumference,
Wait, what?
and I am twitching. I need brain bleach. Give me 5 minutes.
Like, this is my favorite. Sorry. This one's also from erotic fantasies, but it's the list of all the sexually transmitted diseases.
Okay, there we go. Reset my brain. I'm gonna forget that I read that exists.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Hmm.
Only in
Vampirism is an
D&D.
STD.
Uh-huh.
Only in D&D.
Well, that makes sense.
Azura balls. Oh boy.
Crotch plague.
Ghoul fever is pretty bad too. I like that one.
Oh my god, these names. Azure balls.
Horror's Delight?
It's a really good book. If you guys haven't played any sexual RPs, play at least one. It's always worth the laugh and the giggles.
As I said, it sounds like something I'll either be like totally against or totally in for. Like it sounds like it can be either like extremely weird and awkward or extremely fun.
Yeah, I mean, if you would run something like a one shot to present this kind of stuff to people that are here, of course it's gonna be only like 18 plus. But oh,
Well, good for me, I'm 18.
I'm trying to do something
Barely
for
able.
Amber and Mara. If I can get Amber to play, but I'm probably not doing it for that huge group over there. It'd be select.
no, I mean, it might have success. I mean, we talked about UDMing in here. Maybe even we'll go we'll go to the pay to play section, and that would actually
This would
make sense.
definitely have to be pay to play because I would need to see a credit card to make sure. Even if I don't charge you anything, I'm still need to make sure you're old enough.
Yeah. So yeah. So this is a mature content, and
Hey, he's back.
it's a
I mean-
specific thing. So yeah.
I'm willing to try, but but I'll probably only be able to do it through Discord. Like I'm not
Hello?
good with my computer like that stuff.
Might give it a go
I
at some point.
need to restart Discord now. Perfect, thank you. How the hell are you?
Hey. So we're gonna do. Did I miss anything in game?
No, we didn't start yet.
Okay.
I'm still eating.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take like 10 seconds to get a cup of coffee.
I think I need a whole pot of coffee.
Wait, what-
Man, the game runs so much better without like the shadow thing.
the shadow thing is supposed to, let's say, give you a moment of surprise, but I'm just used to do dynamic lighting and all in all places. And if you would put a fight to someone in this place, dynamic light would be a thing. So I'm just ready for everything.
Okay. No problem.
Um, there is no such thing as a combat. I don't usually restrain your visions.
Why the fuck is that working?
What the hell? Sidori is dropping for some reason.
Do fighters like regen all of their HP through on short rests, or how does that work?
No, on short rest, you can use your hit dice, no matter what the class is, to restore your hit points.
Okay, because like Asa calculated it, and it's like, yeah, I won't be able to take a long rest.
I'll be right back.
Oh wow.
If you're doing a long rest, you restore all your abilities and all your stuff. But you restore only half of the hit dice on the long rest. So if you have too much short rests to keep your health up, you will eventually end up without any hit dice available.
Okay. Guess we count this as a long rest then.
Yeah, we count this as a long rest. You will stay for the night.
Okay, I'm back, but I had a wonderfully wicked idea.
Which is?
Is Slava there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I want you to do 3 things for me. First off, did she use any form of contraceptive?
No.
Wait, sorry, what? Who used contraceptive for what?
Okay, she didn't use any form. Just listen. It's gonna be awesome. She didn't use any form of contraceptive. Can I get a Constitution roll for the female character?
Yes, you can.
Are you rolling for pregnancy?
Yeah, she is.
Oh boy.
Yes, I am.
He's rolling to see if it's gets
Pregnancy and condition.
ABC. Constitution, you say?
Yes,
Here.
please.
13.
Okay. And lastly, she's human, correct?
Yes.
Can you roll a 1d20 for me?
Ten.
Okay. So now to Ishtar. You there?
Yes.
I
I'm
just
not
want you to
sure if
roll
I should
one
say
dice.
it, but
Just
okay.
roll a 1d20 for me.
Okay. Seven.
Not want. Ooh. Okay, so it's up to Slava. So Slava as the DM. Because she doesn't have a pre-calculated ovulation cycle, it's based on the 1d20, which means that the rate was 10. And his 7 means that he would have inseminated her on the day 7 out of the 20. So that means that 3 days gestation for the sperm would mean that she would have become pregnant because of the monthly cycle. But that is up to you because, you're the DM. But I would say that she's pregnant. 3 days prior to her cycle, to her ovulation part of her cycle. So, and
We're asking the real questions here.
well, the problem is that you're a half-orc, so the survival rating for your sperm is plus 2 days, and the average is supposed to be 3, so for 5 days. So if you rolled under her by 5, essentially, she's supposed to become pregnant. You rolled under her by 3.
So yeah,
I'm
there
just-
you go.
I'm just warning you guys, I'm not going in any shows. That's so you know.
You are the father!
Oh God, what did I do?
Oh, and also the original Constitution rule was to see her endurance compared to yours. So basically, after the first 30 minutes, she was tired. So then she continued with sexual activity for at least an hour, which means she has 2 points of exhaustion.
So there you go. There you
When
there
you
you go. There
wake
you
up
go.
in the morning, you feel great. You feel like you were awesome, and she's gonna be like limping.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't there like performance checks as well involved in this?
For satisfaction, but that's only between player characters, and that would be for his case because they're both humanoid and roughly the same size. It's just athletics and performance. If the size difference is dramatic, then it's acrobatics and performance.
Let's just say it was good.
Hmm.
At least until
Well, you don't do it with
she
an
got the 2
NPC.
points of
With an
exhaustion.
NPC, you automatically assume it was good. But between 2 players, if they want to do basically a who was better test, then that's how you solve it.
But the fun part is he didn't even ask her name.
And she didn't ask yours either.
I mean,
Well, you didn't fuck. You didn't fuck. So
isn't there?
Why do I imagine Ishtar does it in full body armor?
no,
Because she asked him to wear protection. Ba-doom.
Yeah, I was trying to set you up for that.
Well, again, that's up to Slava. I am not the DM, but per the rules, she has 2 points of exhaustion, and she should be pregnant unless she does something within the next 3 days to form some type of contraceptive. Like, because, there's a couple of things. Magic shields. Obviously, there's types of spermicide potions. You can literally make yourself infertile for a while. Blah, 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 blah. But in terms of if she does nothing, in this particular set of rules, yeah, she's going to become pregnant.
Well, I mean, he still has time to ask her name.
yeah.
Yeah, he still has 2 days and a half-ish to ask her name, yeah.
Yeah, he's probably gonna do it once they wake up. Like, yesterday was kind of like, wait, what happened?
Well, you don't need to wait for the next morning for that.
Where's Sadori? Here it's Sadori.
Right there.
Speak of the
Still
demo
not
G
working.
What isn't?
I don't know.
Wait, what's he doing? What's not working?
I don't know.
I believe he doesn't hear us.
Oh, that was happening to me. If he
That might be it.
oh, hold on. If he's can't hear us, then I think that happened for me when I first joined. If he literally just quits, rejoins, then leaves it for a little bit, it will reconnect.
I think that's what he's trying to do.
No, if he rejoins and waits a bit.
Oh, you mean like wait?
Yay!
So wait.
Hey, is it working?
It's finally
Yeah.
working.
Okay.
I have rewrote basically everything around anything, so everyone is sounding really weird because I am routing it from somewhere else. But fuck it, I can hear you.
Okay. Honestly, I think it might like that happened to me when I rejoined the chat.
You'll find out 5 to 6 years later when some madman saves your child by putting this on the
Yeah, just 6 years later, just a woman turns up with a half orc. Like how could you prove it? Just they're half orc. That proves nothing. Proves nothing.
It can lift a horse. Oh well, it's my son.
Like, who cares? Like, even I could do that as a kid way.
Yeah.
Did Ishtar really get her pregnant?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. Good job, boy.
He done
Okay,
do.
so again,
You did something Cedric couldn't have pulled off
I'm
twice.
regretting.
it's entirely dependent on Slava.
Yeah,
Because
funny thing. Yeah, I find that funny. Like,
stop
Cedric
herself.
and Milana did it twice. Neither times did she get pregnant, but he still does it once and instantly get with a random woman who gets pregnant.
I'm regretting
Well,
all my
For
life
you,
decisions right now.
there's actually a very low chance because you were breeding between a dragon and a human, and your pregnancy chances, even if you succeeded, which I think you did once, you still have to roll a 1d8 and crit. But he's an orc. He doesn't get that chance because he's an orc.
So, what's between a human and a dragon?
Do we
Orcs
really,
are
how-
infernal.
do we really need to discuss this particular thing right now?
Yeah, we should probably.
I
get
don't know.
playing.
Yeah, we should resume playing.
Yeah, I was just caught up in all of this.
So,
Okay, so we're still doing the long rest right now, correct? So we're not gonna like walk out of our rooms. Not yet?
Yeah. We left off with Mara and Valana heading back to Valana's room, and Mara carrying the ale.
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. There's two beds in that room. I'm just pointing that out.
Yeah, Valana is perfectly aware of it.
Hmm.
So yeah, Valana just pretty much stowed her armor in a chest instead and offered Mara the rightmost bed instead.
All right. So you went to the bedroom, Silas, what you doing? Silas,
Yeah, hello.
what are you doing?
He's probably gonna get a room and go to bed. I guess.
All right. Ooh.
Wait a minute, did Og get the master bedroom?
It looks like it.
Hmm.
Come on.
By pure chance, he got the master bedroom.
Hmm.
Well,
Because Valana literally just like pick a key, any key. So
so for a long rest, you can type a command, exclamation long rest, and your full nickname.
oh god, I need a shorter full.
Wait, the character name or?
The name of the token. So basically, for you, it's gonna be Silas the Deal.
Hold
It
on,
did
roll
not-
20 just crashed.
Wow, that was fast.
Hmm.
Hey, it worked.
Yeah, it fixed everything but my channel divinity. I want my money back, Slava.
Channel Divinity is
Oh yeah, it
concerned.
didn't fix my divine sense, but that's it.
Those kind of count as ammunition, so they don't replenish.
Yeah, excuses.
But it fixes all the spells, all the shit, all the stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
You don't
Kinda
need.
good.
Oh, that's a factor. Is Ishtar too young for his balls to have dropped?
Sorry,
Okay,
what?
that's a good one.
Because that is a totally comfortable question.
Sorry.
she casually says.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I missed. Like, it cut out for me. What the hell is going on?
Stop talking about Ishtar's balls.
I was being serious.
He's 23, so I'm pretty sure the answer is yes.
Yeah, or it would be 14. So yeah.
Dede, ladies and gentlemen. The only one who can talk about someone's balls as casually as she.
I'm sorry. I read the comment about how old is Ishtar, and that's what came to mind. Like, that's true. If he's underage, then he can't.
Could we stop talking about someone's balls?
Never.
I mean,
And no
I'm
awkward
sorry, I'm
feelings
done.
were
I'll
being
stop.
had by
I'm
me
not
this
doing it on
game.
purpose. I'll stop.
it's okay. It's okay.
No worries. by the
Speaking
way.
of age,
Okay.
balls, yeah.
Is she underage? By any chance?
Oh my god. What?
Sorry, never mind.
The girl? No, she is 18. At least.
Okay.
He never did check.
Okay, I am going to face palm soon.
Because this is totally comfortable for me. Yeah.
Yeah, now you know how I feel when Dede was all up about Valana possibly being pregnant. Like, no, let's not speak about it. Yeah, let's speak about it.
Fun of the RP when it comes down to sexual romance. The risk of pregnancy.
Yeah, you're about sexual romance and RP today. I have noticed it in your place.
Yeah.
You are the DM.
The Twitch rules are okay with that as long as you don't make it a main topic. So please let
Okay, sorry, moving on. So we're all long resting.
I'm pretty sure we are making this a main topic by now.
Kind of?
I don't
No,
think.
not really.
no. Please don't change the title.
Oh my
Dungeons
god!
and Dragons.
Can we start focusing a little bit more, please?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Does that title considered as a clickbait on Twitch or not?
What's the title?
Yeah. So yeah.
Uh,
Jeez, my face hurts. It's okay. It's okay. As long as we have a good laugh, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
I am going to need more coffee and possibly some Kahlua to put in that coffee.
Heck, I need a beer. I feel, but it's like in the middle of the week, so I can't.
It feels like this is a drunk RP and none of us is drunk.
We're always. Yeah, like that's my secret. I'm always drunk.
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always drunk.
Let's get back to the game. Let's get back to the game.
Okay, so we're all long resting. Does anything happen in the middle of the night in this fine establishment?
The first thing, well, Asa, you're trying to meditate. You're not sleeping. You hear like eventually.
Yeah, I'll roll exhaustion.
You hear eventually like people are moving to their rooms and doing stuff like that. But other than that, it seems more silent in this place than wherever in town. It seems like it's guarded from the noises from the streets. So you have a good, finally like a proper sleep after you're traveling and fighting and stuff like that. You feel rested.
I would like to claim that Valana and Mora aren't possibly not being quiet as well, especially with a barrel of ale. Like,
And they might actually get drunk, so who knows what's going to happen to them.
yeah,
All right, so if you're drinking a whole barrel of ale, I would like you two to make Constitution saving throws. Each one of you at least 3 times. Each time DC grows, Volana is drunk. Amara is drunk.
That went fast.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Volana already had a drink at the counter, so her DC is 15, Amara's DC is 10. So yeah, welcome to the drunken town.
Should I roll something? Because Silas did have 2 glasses of wine.
Well, 2 glasses of wine. Let's say you're in a little state of inebriation, but not really drunk. I'm saying they're drinking a lot of shit.
Okay.
Do we still have to keep on rolling?
Valana and Mara is doing the pirate song within Valana's room.
All this is happening while Isa is trying to say peace, silence, tranquility.
I'm sorry.
So it comes like this: peace, silence, and what do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do? Somebody like that.
Oh, what do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
Yeah. So basically, you're interrupted several times, but you finally managed to trance. Oh Jesus. But yeah, you definitely will remember that.
The good part is that Valana has critical information about the missing children.
Yeah. So the morning comes, the sun rises, touching you with a rays of light and warmth. You wake up in your beds, nothing has protruded, everything was silent and calm. And the windy but still sunny weather outside. It's a lovely morning. And everyone who has a tea device, a coffee device in their room, have a nice cup of coffee in the morning. All the others have delivered warm water to wash themselves, and bagans to the rooms. You get a proper, like, noble rest and some comfort in this tavern.
Sweet.
So as I get up early, I think I get up around the same time Laura does. But yeah, I get up early, I'm gonna drink my coffee, I'm gonna get dressed, and I'm just gonna wait.
In your room.
No, I'm gonna wait right there.
Oh man. But Valana is having like sixth sense feeling that she shouldn't exit the room.
Actually, you and Mara have a worst case of hangover. You make all the dexterity checks and intelligence checks with a disadvantage till the end of this day.
Oh, fun.
Somebody has enhanced ability, right? You guys find me out.
Yeah, I have resistance, so Valana is possibly going to use that well today, if everything goes to hell.
Ishtar, you
Yeah.
wake up alone.
Yeah, he's gonna probably just crack his neck, like, yawn and be like, yeah, that was fun.
All right. Valana and Mara, you wake up with the worst case of hangover ever. And you hear like a foot tapping outside of the door.
Valana like, I don't think I want to exit this room today.
Neither do I. I have a bad feeling if we exit.
Is the window openable?
Window is a, let's say, thin glass window, but there are bars outside of the window. They are not like jail bars, but the court of neatly forged, like in the form of roses and vines.
You
But
can't get out
Valana,
to the window.
Valana just looks at the bars with distaste, like, who bars and Dutches in? Oh my head.
Asa, you hear yelling in the room.
She's still waiting, and she's probably trying to keep her mantra of peace, tranquility, trying to keep tapping toes.
Valana just kind of goes for a cup of coffee at least before she gets out. Just sits in the bed, rubbing her temple.
All right.
So does Mara. She's drinking some coffee as well.
Valana is going to ask Mara, like, how loud were we last night?
I don't remember. I kind of don't really remember much after drinking.
Valana is going to notice something within her chest, and she's pulling out that letter that the bartender gave her, and she's going to read it now.
There is 2 sentences written there. The first one states, hospital, check in there. The second says, or better, just run.
She is going to.
I know. Wait, did you say or better just run?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking at the letter, Valana is going to explain to Mara that she managed to get some information about the missing children from the bartender. She's, to her best ability, going to kind of explain it shortly about the cart being sent back to Jimdale and this slaver called DM, who apparently we're going to find in a hospital.
Well, actually, you can eat tea. There are some dishes that call for you putting tea leaves on top of it as a garnish and seasoning.
Yeah, tea leaves, but not tea itself.
I mean, that's a point. It's kind of hard to eat liquids.
Well, not if it's
I'm sure we
frozen.
can figure out a way, though.
Yeah, you can either
It's
freeze it
technically
or
solid.
you can like jelly fry it. Just put some
too.
jelly powder in it.
Yeah, this cup of tea's balls dropped 100%. Please move.
Are you sure, though?
Please, let's move.
Yeah, eventually Valana is going to take a deep breath and slowly open the door,
All right.
heading outside.
You kind of sneak peek around the door, and you see Asa standing, leaning to the wall.
Isa bows respectfully to Valana.
Valana smiles awkwardly. How loud were we yesterday?
Isa doesn't answer immediately. There's a slight pause, and she says, I would say you were loud today, early in the morning.
Early in the morning.
She just scratches the back of her head, I found some information about the missing children.
So her eyes kind of, or her eyebrow kind of goes up at that, and she says, "Would you do me the favor of waking everyone before we discuss it? Maybe meeting in the main hall for breakfast."
Oh, breakfast sounds so well right now. I would really like some really greasy bacon. And she kind of looks over at Mara, completely distracted by breakfast.
And I could go for the sound going down. Words are echoing in my head.
And Yisa says, "Oh, I'm sure that will pass." And then she puts her spear between Alana and Mara and says, "We'll join you in just a moment."
Oh no!
Alana just helplessly reaches out for Mara. What was it? I don't think it. I want to remember there were a scene where some of our party members were like dragged away against their will or something. I just imagine something like that almost.
So yeah,
And she uses the blunt end of the blade to just kind of push Mara south away from Alana.
she pokes you like further through the corridor.
The wrong direction, south.
I mean, Mara is hangover. She doesn't know south from north. You need to tell her to go north if you want her to go south.
She'll like step in between Valana and Mara and turn to Valana and say, "We'll be just a moment."
Valana is going to make her way back then. Just nodding a little bit towards Asa.
Like immediate vision range, like she stares at her until she leaves the hallway, and then she turns to Mara and she goes, "Well, I know she no longer possesses the mace. I thought we had been clear about appropriate distance."
Oh god.
Nothing happened. All we did was just. Nothing happened.
So Isa looks at you like she doesn't believe you, and she goes, "While that may be the case, I still feel that you don't quite grasp the concept of appropriate. Let me clarify. You should not be alone with Lady Valana for any extended period of time."
I didn't want to be alone at all last night. I don't like being in Dalton.
"And what did I say about if this happened again? Why would you do the same mistake twice? You should have come to me."
She invited me to stay in her room and...
Isa grabs her forehead and temple right around the wrist. The invitation, you should have come to someone other than Lady Valana. And I still extend the invitation to come to me in situations where you feel out of place. So after that long pause, she goes, It's fine. Just be more mindful and careful. Okay?
I don't have to worry. I'm not going to let my...
This is the moment where Volana will say, "It's not like I can impregnate her."
You're not in the hallway. You can't hear her.
I know.
All right.
So Visa turns and says, "Just think on it. Let's get back to the rest."
Og, you woke up, went out to the street, and you see the guy that joined Asa yesterday comes up from the behind of the building. Just kind of waits for direction, what it seems to be. What are you doing, by the way? Oh. Why outside though? Anyways. Oh. Right. So yeah, you getting patched up on breakfast and drinks and stuff like that. And eventually Ishtar and Silas and everyone else pretty much comes up into the main hall of the building. What you gonna do now?
Easter is gonna approach Silas. Hey, pal.
Necro, wake up. You're muted.
Oh, okay. I've been talking this whole time. Okay, yeah. So you're walking. Okay, no. Well, I'll just pretend I wasn't talking this whole time then. Yeah. Okay. So go. So what? Sorry. What did Ishtar say to?
Hey, pal.
Hey.
So, what was the name of the waitress that massaged me yesterday?
Would I know that?
He's the
No.
owner. No. Oh.
Silas is not the owner. Owner is Jared.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry. I have no idea.
Okay, you know someone that might know? I didn't even get her name, and I don't know. It seems kind of rude.
Do you remember what she looked like?
Yeah, very well.
Actually, you were drunk,
I remember
so.
what she wasn't wearing.
Actually, should we have to do a history check, see if you can remember what she looked like, considering he was rather drunk at the time.
I mean, he wasn't particularly drunk.
Okay.
He was just hallucinating.
Talk to the barkeep, I'm sure they know.
Okay, sure. He's gonna talk to whoever Silas told him to talk to.
The bartender greets you all and serves you with a breakfast and asks Valana specifically, did you read the book?
The book.
The book, and he kind of makes an air.
Oh, the book. Yeah, I read the book.
So yeah, don't get in trouble. All right.
Absolutely. I understand.
I think Kisa is gonna ask the bartender the same question he asked Silas.
All right. He says, "Oh, Erin, she's not here today, but did you have any business with her or something?"
Well, I mean, I guess, but it's just good to know her name, not to be impolite after what happened. Which I'm not saying that You know what? It's good. I just know her name.
He kind of says, "Oh, so you had a thing? I see. I see. Don't you dare to harm her. All right? She's a mother to 4 children. So
Wait, what?
Oh God. She's 18 and a mother to 4 children. Oh my gosh.
Like Silas just like Silas was like drinking his tea, but then he like visibly spits it out and like.
yeah, and her husband will not be pleased if you hit on her.
Wait, what?
Like yeah, Vitus you can see like just start like just covers his mouth, just trying to not to laugh.
I mean,
And
Wait, wait.
ladies and gentlemen, that is what we call checkmate.
Yeah.
Valana just kind of grumbles. Will you be quiet?
I mean, you know that's you were there, right? Well, I'm not like you saw her. Like, what?
Out of character, real quick. Is adultery illegal in Galton? I think the answer was no, but I just want to check.
No,
Okay.
it's okay. But he kind of cleans another plate and says, "Yeah, she's a proud mother. And she here is not just for nothing. She's trying to make the best living for her children. And if you had a thing, you don't need to talk about it too much, right?"
Sure, but I just kind of like assume that she won't be sleeping with customers. And this is loud enough for Asa to hear since he's like exactly behind him.
Yeah, she does that, but it's only because of necessity.
Did
I understand, I
Valana-
guess. Anyhow,
Did Valana get her breakfast, by the way?
Yeah, everyone is served with a tasty meal. You specifically got some bacon and boiled and roasted eggs.
Nice.
So he says, "But she will be here tomorrow if you want to pay her another visit." And he kind of winks at you.
Valana kind of leans over towards Asa, saying, "Should we maybe move to a more secluded area of the place?"
Okay,
Table?
I will say it out loud instead of typing it out. So Eva is extremely suspicious of that comment that Mara made, but then is immediately distracted by Ishtar and his talk of adultery. And then when Valana asks her a question, she just gets thrown, distracted from Mara completely. And she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, you privacy? Why do we need privacy?"
Well, some table over by the what's its face, the creature, where not many people can hear us, possibly.
She thinks on it for a moment and she says, "I believe Og had the largest room. Would you mind if we used it for a short conference?" She says as she looks over at Og. And he's having a conversation elsewhere.
I haven't found the Og yet, by the way. Or that other new guy that we found yesterday. And by not found them, she means that she hasn't really searched for them. But she didn't say that.
So Cat,
So she looks around, noticing Og is not there. So then she just says, "Well, my room should be good enough. It's just down the hall there." And she points.
So Cat sits at the same table, and he was probably sleeping on it. And he kind of points towards the door outside and says, "They are in the street. They are waiting for you."
Thank you. So he's just still distracted and not paying attention to Mara conveniently, and is gonna go get the other two.
So, so you walk out and see Kolrailam and the Og discussing something.
I look at Chlorelum and I go, "You're still here."
My lady. No, I slept the night.
I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Your directive, was it to continue to provide me assistance, or was it just for that incident over in the marketplace?
My directive is to come and assist you in any way that you need or deem necessary.
So
She
basically,
looks
you
away for a moment.
for a common practice, judicators get Marcion's assistance. So basically, that's your assistance.
Okay, so she looks away for a moment. She looks at Og and she says, Og, would you mind if we held a conference in your room? He's
My
typing,
room?
No,
Og's
Og's
room.
room. She looks at Og. She looks away from you for a moment, looks at Og, and says, Og, do you mind if we have a conference in your room? Can you gather, or everyone's waiting in the main hall, would you gather them for me? And while I speak to our friend here. Right, and then she's just going to talk to help me again, Koral?
Kolrailam.
Koralum.
Kolrailam.
Take me a while. So then she's going to basically just ask him about his experiences and blah 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 within the order. I will PM you that, like in a role play session, and then we're gonna go to Og's room. She's gonna ask your backstory, basically.
Mhm.
Okay. I can PM that to you.
All right.
And yeah, then we'll go to Og's room so that Valana can talk to us.
He doesn't move.
Actually,
He instructs him to follow.
did I miss something? Hold on. When did Valana ask everyone to go to a room? Go to Og's room?
We needed somewhere private to speak, and we were gonna go into a corner of the bar, but that seemed ill-advised. So I said a room, and then I wanted Og's room because it's the largest one, but
Okay, I think
he wasn't here.
I think I freaking cut out again for a while.
Okay. So Koralum, she's going to instruct you to follow her when she notices you don't move. I'm curious to know if he's like afraid of doors or something.
Wait, who's afraid of doors?
We don't know yet. He won't move, but maybe he only can step on grass. I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Before you actually, Valana, as you like starting with Valana, like so, like kind of raises his hand for you, like, can you hold on a second?
She just looks curiously at you and stops in her tracks. She has a glass of, I don't know, water or something and a plate of food. Like,
I overheard you last night about what you're currently trying to do, like with all missing children and stuff. I was wondering if you would allow me to accompany you on your quest.
That's up to Asa, I'm afraid, not me. She smiles gently at you and starts walking again.
Who's Aza? Does he look over his shoulder?
Look for a big scary woman with a pole arm that could probably kill you within an instant. Should she get the proper authority?
Oh.
You would have saw her walk out like 10 seconds ago. I think I'm the only one carrying a spear, or a pole
Yeah.
so.
Halibert technically, but yeah.
Hmm.
Valana just kind of, I guess Og is unlocking the room and all, and Valana just sits herself down in the sofa, like first position with the plate on her knees and eating.
Well, I guess Size is just going to stand up and follow Aza out.
Okay, real quick. I want to do this in character because it's going to take too long. So at the door frame,
It's
Ethan
okay.
turns around. She's already kind of frustrated, so she puts her hand on, the bridge of her nose again, rubs the temples, and she says, "And is there a reason why you're held to such an oath?" As she looks at Koloram.
It's always been that way. I can never break the oath.
She looks at you confused, and then she asks, "I'm sorry, but wait here, and we shall return in a moment, and I will take that into note and take precautions the next time we enter such an establishment."
Okay, so I'm going to walk up to her and like lean against this. I'm assuming that's some kind of
Railing. Yeah, that's
like
that's
oh, it's just a railing. Like is it like what an oddly specific vow.
She turns, probably not noticing him, because I assume his passive stealth is way past my passive perception. And she goes, "Yes, I agree. And actually, no, I said I wouldn't cast Divine Sense in the city because everything smells different." So she just looks at him precautiously and starts to walk by.
Like Silas just rolls his eyes at you. Don't worry, I don't bite. I'm not about to try and stab you with my
Sure you
horns.
You say horns, and her eye actually twitches, and her hand almost goes up to her forehead, and she says, "And what can I do for you?"
Big scary lady with a pole arm.
And guy who does not give a fuck. Well, I overheard your friend talking about your little your quest to apparently something about some missing children and stuff. And I would like to accompany.
She clenches her halberd. And when you say you want to accompany them, she says, "And to what purpose would you accompany us?"
Actually, you two guys make an insight check.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah, about this. Wow.
Oh wow!
I roll an impressive
You've got the exact same. Neither of us give a damn.
Why are you still Sebastian, though?
Oh yeah, hold on, I need to change what
Yeah, so he seems legit about not entering any towns. He's really hard to read, actually. He's kind of stern and like there is no facial change. Like emotions don't come out of him easily.
She shrugs and she says, "I will. I see no reason to turn away aid when offered. However, I will give you slight warning. While my oaths do not restrict me to punish all laws, my personal ethics do. Should you choose to do something clearly against any kingdom's establishment, I shall dispatch it.
Ooh, scary. Positively terrifying.
You don't seem phased, and she kind of likes that. So she hides a smile, and she says, well, come along.
Like he walks almost like funny. Most people don't tend to trust somebody with hooves and a tail.
Oh, trust me, if she had divine sense, she would be sensing you. But everything smells like roses here, so there's no point in doing it.
No, outside it's actually just the fresh air.
Okay, so yeah, she would have divine sensed him if there was no immediate smells interfering. Do I smell anything bad from him?
No, not really. You know that his nature is demonic.
Tiefling.
It's yeah. You just know that. And other than that, you don't feel any bad odors or whatsoever.
Okay, so yeah, you can follow. And yeah, when we get to Og, I'll ask if everyone's inside.
Everyone but Cornelam are inside, right?
Ishtar.
Ishtar, Asa, everyone. So you gather up.
I look around for Mara, and it takes me a while to realize.
Yeah.
I believe. Where's Sock? Oh, well, Sock doesn't technically need to be here. He hasn't been initiated. So, I point at everyone and I say, this man here is... Introduce yourself? And she points at the tiefling.
Silas Tardiel. He takes a bow. Pleasure to meet you.
Silas. At least for our time in the city, he's offered to help us to track down your daughter.
Valana kind of forks in between the bacons. He's a citizen of Jarl, apparently.
I am not. Well, I stayed there for a time.
So I will take a note that for some reason, Valana recognizes him as he was in Jarl. And Isa, being who she is, immediately wants to verify he's not wanted, like a wanted poster, the next time they get to Wolfville. But she still just nods and goes, very well. So you had something you wish to report, correct, Valana?
Valana just methodically kind of chews up what she has in her mouth. And eventually, yes. And she kind of reaches again from within her cleavage and pulls out the leather. Just kind of puts it on the table. Then she starts speaking, saying that I had a word with the bartender yesterday about the missing children. Really nice guy, by the way. Apparently, in his book, there was about 3 weeks ago 4 big carts arriving here that more or less immediately got taken away by someone else. However, one of those carts were more or less rejected and sent back to Jimdale. And please, if I am incorrect about this, Lava, do rectify me.
So yeah, 3 cards stayed in the town. 1 was declined and sent to Jandil and over the seas as a result.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that knowledge, there is a 3 in 4 chance, if these were the children, that Rosie's still in town. Did you get a description of the person that purchased them?
I did not, and he could not really tell me much more about them without like asking the owner. due to privacy and stuff. Valana kind of looks up from her plate to kind of see if Asa understands what she means. But he gave me a name of a slaver. He doesn't really have much of a name, it's only DM. Then I got that paper as she kind of points with her fork at the table.
Hmm.
Interesting. So, Silas, you've been here for a time. Do you know anything of a man that goes by a alias of DM?
Silas just crosses his arms. What sort of man do you think I am?
And she says very flatly, a tiefling.
And what's that supposed to mean?
She blinks twice and says, whatever you think it does. But you failed to answer my question. Do you know or not?
Oh no, I'm just stalling so I can kill you all in a second.
She raises an eyebrow.
Yeah. It's called sarcasm, learn it.
She looks away and says, I don't feel that he's going to be of much help, is he?
I could be. Just don't judge me for my race, please. In answer to your question, no, I do
She
not
thinks
know
on
that.
it for a moment and she goes, I apologize, that was rather rude. But I would still appreciate a straight answer. You honestly not know.
No, I do not know who this man is. I don't tend to partake in those circles.
Thank you. Well, at least we have a name, which means we have a lead. Has anyone else discovered anything? Is she really stealing your bacon?
Sorry, what?
Mara stole her bacon off her plate. Milana was distracted by her speech.
Mara's
Yeah, like
But-
they're
but-
speaking business and then bacon.
Yeah,
Mm.
but Valana was just about to punch Mara for trying to steal her food, but then she realized, like, oh, it's just Mara. Okay, have some.
So which person specifically out of character? I'm assuming you like pointed or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of persons you can possibly mean by that.
Yeah, I'm assuming he knows who Milana and Iza are. So it's either Silas or Ishtar. I'm just kind of curious on which one he's referring to.
Or if he even means DM, but again, it's multiple different persons. So
Oh yeah, there's that. Okay, so Iza says he's volunteered to help us to find Rosie and the rest of the missing children. I don't quite know his motives, but so far as he stays in line, I don't see an issue with it, frankly.
I'm
Well, it's
fine
quite
with.
simple, really. Well, do you want to know why I'm assisting you?
I did ask earlier, yes.
Well, yeah, the percentage go off. Anyway, well, first off, purchasing so like first off, children going missing. Obviously, that needs to be stopped. Secondly, somebody's collecting a large number of children, which, for whatever reason, like even if somebody were to purchase just a few children as slaves, that wouldn't be very suspicious. But getting them in large quantities is extremely suspect. Why do you think somebody would need that many children?
Iza hasn't really given it much thought, seeing how it's illegal and she's going to stop it. That's pretty much as much thought as she put into it.
Well, either way, like
So
there
that
is
she
something
thinks on
going on
it for
here.
a while.
Either way, there is something going on here that I'm pretty sure needs to be put to a stop.
I wholeheartedly agree. So, we have somewhat of a lead. We do know that they were at the market. We do know that it was 3 large shipments that were purchased immediately, which I'm sure would have caused notice. And one overseas at this, or sent overseas at this, what was the name of the city again? And that's mainly to the DM.
Come again?
The name
Jindal.
of the city that the last shipment was?
Jandil.
Done deal.
Can you, like, spell it? I'm sorry.
Jandil. Jandil.
Okay. And so now we have a lead. So, and we're all rested. And Mio should be done. Because even he's not, I don't think he can roll higher than Ishtar. So he should be done by now. So I would say first order of business would be to make our way back to the markets and see if we can get an audience. Not with that woman, but ideally with Mio.
Balana grabs the note
If
and
nothing
kind of.
else is intimidating.
Balana grabs the note and hides it back within her cleavage.
Is there anything we need to settle before we get off?
Mm,
Well,
Can I
there's only
ask-
one.
can I ask one thing? She looks over at Asa. What was that guy we saw last night? That big armored dude. Is he following us?
Ah, yes, he is outside waiting for us, which means that we should probably walk and talk. So,
So what's his deal?
guys are,
Yeah, why
as they're
isn't...
walking, she keeps talking.
Okay.
He's a member of the Order of the Clenched Gauntlets. Apparently, he will be my assistant, along with my new rank.
Whoa!
Educator.
Oh, you got a
So-
servant? That's awesome.
Why isn't
Not
he joining
a
us?
servant,
If he,
more of an assistant.
why isn't he joining us if he wants to be your assistant?
What should I tell them, or should you tell them, or should I?
Well, you may put it in your words and I will clarify.
He, for some reason, is not allowed to step within the boundaries of a tavern or inn.
Oh?
He has likely sworn some form of vow that requires or that forbids him from entering an establishment that sells alcohol or women. We could ask him directly, but that is a brief summary, yes.
Yes, but that's why ban the entire building? Why not just take an oath against partaking in such activities?
It depends on the deity in which he worships, but so long as he's a member of the order, he will uphold law. That's all that I'm concerned.
As you speak,
And I think I froze my Discord. Oh, there it goes.
as you speak, you hear some kind of a ruckus outside the door, and you recognize the voice. It seemed to be Neo yelling something. That's preposterous!
God.
I am invited in here, and my friends are waiting for me. And
Damn it, everyone double time. Let's go. She's gonna,
Yeah.
like,
I'm assuming I'm assuming from your actions that's one of your friends.
and the door opens, and you see a young, maybe like 17 years old, man holding a familiar amber orb in his hand and says, "Hi guys,
Who are you?
wait.
It's Mio back in.
Can I divine sense him? Does he sense like Mio?
you divine sense him, and he senses like Neo, and this is where we're gonna stop.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, God damn it.
Did
All the cliffhangers.
did that golden lady fuck the dragon out of Mio?
She's like deity level, so possibly.